Good times lie ahead, with company worth keeping, that'll bash a smile in your head. Come on in, the door's open, you'll find just the finest folks here. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, and lend our stories your ear. Cause we're the talk the tavern. Here you're always welcome. The talk the tavern. Promising beer and bedlam. The talk the tavern. Music, medicine, then some. The talk the tavern. The song's over. Here we come.
And welcome to Wednesday, August 29th, as I was informed earlier.
Not the 30th.
No, Talk of the Tavern. I am your host, Travis Sivart, for all you people not here yet. But you will be. I know John will be coming along and stalking shortly, and Kevin will be joining us on air, and Elizabeth, I don't know, she's a great mystery. But, my vices. And today I got some soda, and I've got some brandy, and I've got some cat cane.
Some what?
Cat cane. It's like cocaine, but furrier.
That's Sazzle.
Yeah. She's high.
Oh, did you clean something with bleach?
No. Because if she's not high, I have to just admit out she's psychotic.
She is a cat.
And I don't think I'm going to be smoking, at least not this afternoon, maybe later today, just because,
oh, good.
Well, it's hot, and I really don't want to open the window.
I don't want you to open the windows either. It is way too hot today, worse than yesterday.
I do want to turn the fans on in here. I don't know why I didn't do that already. Tell you what, I'll turn on my fans while you announce yourself, and,
While I turn on your fans?
You turn on my fans, and you can announce me.
I have to announce you.
You tell people who you are.
Oh, I'm me. I'm here. I have coffee. It's Kermit. That's it. Nothing super exciting. Who's here? What is your vice?
Oh.
What's your vices, guys?
Nobody's here in the beginning. We'll get them in 5-10 minutes. They don't start out right away.
I'm still going to ask them.
But here's what I do want to know. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, leave a comment below with what your vices are today. Mm-hmm. Also, I want to let everybody else know who's not listening to us live on twitch.tv/Talk of the Tavern that you can find us there 4 days a week. And it's live and interactive, and you're welcome to join us anytime. Also, if you'd like to keep up with what we're doing, we have a Discord channel. There's a button just below the video screen there. As well as you can leave your notifications on to get email every time we start a show. And don't forget the weekly newsletter. Weekly at the most, sometimes less. If you want to support Talk of the Tavern, you can do that by giving donations, button below, bits, buy merchandise, support us on Patreon, and even subscribe, which you can do for free if you have Amazon Prime. And last but not least, don't forget, if you're watching us live and you want to catch episodes you have missed, you can find us on Google Play, iTunes, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Spreaker, and Stitcher, and more. Okay, so we're done with talking about that kind of stuff. I'm going to touch a kitty. My mic cover is hairy. I have a hairy mic cover. Let me show you this here. Look at that. Now, for the viewers out there, and I see a couple of you popped on, let us know who you are, what you're doing, what you're drinking, who you're sleeping with, how the dog is, and all that.
Are you sleeping now? Don't sleep. Well, I guess we'll lull you to sleep.
Why are you looking at me when you're like, are they asleep? I didn't do it.
What?
So I had a really long stream last night.
How long was it? Maybe you should cut back on the liquid.
Hold on a second. I'm trying to decat for my mic. I can imagine interviewing people with this thing, and they're just like, oh my god, what the hell's all over your mic cover?
It's just like tickling their face, trying to grab them, you know.
I'd just be like, that's love for my cats, man. Don't hate.
I guess.
It's So hold on a second. Hey, oh, it's a yarn. Hi, squirrel. Okay, you're gonna get some mic fuzzy noise as I put the mic cover back on the mic. Is there a
Go through a
sound?
tunnel.
Is there a sound difference with that on or off?
I don't know. Take it off and sit how you are and talk.
I just did for like minutes.
I'm not. Am I supposed to pay attention? Oops.
The whole show.
I'm not doing my job. Oh, see, and I finished all my knitting, and now I'm like this.
So what do you need to knit more?
Yarn.
Just like any old yarn, I could just go like randomly yarn you.
No wool yarn. But I made 2 scarves and a blanket, and I just learned not long ago, so.
You're telling me you're anti-sheep.
Only because if I do that, then my hands will like fall off because I have a wool sensitivity.
No, a good stretch. And cat is staring at me. Come on, you're a cat. You stretch all the time. What's your problem?
Well, they're a cat. That
is by definition their problem, isn't it?
Yeah,
Any
right?
second now, we're going to see a message from Kevin in Twitch going, "I'm home. I'll be with you in a minute."
Yeah, bus wanker.
Oh, I need to go change that, don't I?
Yeah, you do.
So it actually shows on the screen correctly. Hold on, I'm pulling that up right now.
Bus wanker Kevin. Or just bus wanker for short, whatever.
Buzz Wanker. It's like Hot Pocket.
Oh, Elizabeth's not coming on the show.
Oh, did she just send a thing?
I'm messaging her and I'm like, are you coming on the show? She's like, nope.
Oh, okay. We're going to miss her. And I wonder if Ed is awake.
He might be, but he's probably doing stuff.
He usually is.
Because when he's not working,
hold on,
he's up
guys.
during the day.
I'm shifting everything. I know you guys don't see Andrea's picture. Give me just a second.
You don't see my picture?
Well, no, because
Where am I?
I switched over to message Ed and tell him he can join us if he wants to.
Oh.
Okay. Now we have a few folks
I'm
here.
on Twitch and it's like stuck. I don't know what the hell. What it?
Hit
I'm making a
F5.
face or something.
What,
That's
your
weird.
face is stuck?
Yeah. Oh, Elizabeth will be on tomorrow.
She will tomorrow night on your channel.
Pardon me. Oh, crap. Where is mute? I got a phone call.
I hear it. I have cat fur all over my desk, too. Man. Do we have cats everywhere or what? Okay. For those of you that just joined us, let us know who you are, what you're doing, and what's going on. Give a shout out. Let us know what you're drinking or enjoying today. Or else if you're just suffering through work. I got my... Oh my god, my cat's trying to eat my fruit. I got my Talk of the Tavern mug. Or, not mug, the thing, you know. Anyhow, time for another soda. I thought about rum today. I also thought about martinis. But I really, I think martinis are not a summer drink for me. Because usually when the weather is hot, I don't want a martini. But I was saying I had a long broadcast. Otter's going to come over here and help me. I had a long broadcast yesterday. Because I'm testing extended hours. And I'm just not sure when people are on that want to view my content. And also what kind of content. Do I want the writing stuff, video editing, the chitty chatty type stuff, or video games? I think I always need to put chatting in there. I think the word chat needs to be key to what we're doing. But I will play with it, I will figure it out, and all that. We had a great show lined up. We were supposed to have Greg Chapman. Look at that fruit salad right there. Look at that. How's that look? Grapes, strawberries, and watermelons. Good stuff. Not that I'm planning on eating it in front of you. I just have it there because, again, I'm planning on a long stream. So as I was saying, I had a very long stream yesterday. For the regular stream, the 3 to 6 o'clock hour, which is what I have on the schedule currently, and I'm looking at extending. So if you guys have any opinion about, is it better for me to stream 5 hours 10 to 3 a.m. or 5 hours midnight to 5 a.m., let me know. I'd like to hear your opinion if I'm adding 5 hours a day to the streams. So yeah, I started at my regular time. Got up, did an hour or so of chores. There's always an hour or so of chores to do. And then edited the book. Finished it too. And I was going to work more on that today. But then like Greg said he was coming on, Greg Chapman. And my regular Monday night co-host, Elizabeth, Kevin, and Andrea all went, hey, we can come on. I went, great. There's going to be 5 of us. But then Elizabeth had a meeting and Greg has no internet reception where he currently is, and Kevin had to work late at work. He might still stop in, but I think for the most part, it's just Andrea, myself, and Kevin. Maybe, probably, could be. But Greg gave up the ghost, and Elizabeth is off doing meeting stuff. So here we are. You know, if I ran it solo today, I think I'd be working on the book, which is something I'm going to do anyway right now until Andrea gets back here. Matter of fact, let me do a little switch over right here real quick. And grab this until Andrea does get back. So there we go. Lets you see the cats in a larger size. That's always better, right? These two are like sweethearts. This is Squirrel and this is Mr. Bitey Otter. So Otter and Squirrel like to hang out together. She's terrified of everything. Constantly nervous. Oh, hold on, Andrew's coming back. Let me switch the scene. There we go. Don't forget to unmute.
Oh. I'm unmuted.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
You scared the cats away.
I scared the cats away?
Yeah. And we had
Now,
5
you said you had some stuff you wanted to talk about. You had some
topics.
whatever subjects or topics. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. But I figure we wait till Kevin gets here.
Oh, well, so until then, we'll just talk about Kevin.
I was already talking about things when you weren't here.
Sorry, phone call. Very important.
Good.
I may have to go here in a little while.
Okay. It's do I need to put on a video break so you could talk, or are you okay?
Oh, yeah, we need to kind of figure something out real quick. Yeah, put on a video break real quick, just like 5 minutes. That's all.
Okay, guys, we'll be back.
Talk the Tavern. Here you're always welcome.
They say start from the ground up, so let's do that. So the snowballs are right next to the ding-dongs, which are right next to the ho-hos. That's dirty. Mixed chicks. Deep conditioning. See what else we can find. Look, it's do grow. Mega thick. Look at all the almond milk. I didn't even know you can milk an almond. Style makes me hungry with hair mayonnaise and olive cholesterol. M&M's named after me. White cheesecake. What's this shit? Hair fertilizer. Just found out white people can dance. Oh wait, that's Cracker Grooves. Look, it's Africa's best. No lie. Jergens wet skin moisturizer? Do you need to moisturize wet skin? You think it's only dry skin? Okay, so we got Special K, we got vanilla almond. What's on the back of that one? The Nutty White Chick. We got Chocolatey Delight. What's on the back of that one? There we go. Well done, Special K. Look, it's overworked hair putty. Sounds like jizz in the pubes, doesn't it? You know, I'm just curious, how long you been gay? Look, cuddly cuties. They're milky and chocolatey. For the horse in your family. Mane and tail. And body shampoo. Horse. Check it out. Ginger snaps. For the pirates in your life that like to have great hair, argan oil. You know what? I really got something I want to ask you. Okay, so we got strawberry Twinkies. Is it me, or what does that resemble? I think I found the shampoo for Yetis, because first of all, it's from Frozen, and second of all, the type is Belly Floaty. Caress, love forever. You know what chicks really love for Valentine's Day?
What?
A little ding dong. Look what I found. Fresh Drop, bathroom odor preventer. A fresh drop before you go and no one will ever know. Does that include the trumpeting noise and the screaming when I go? Will it cover that up too? I don't even need jokes for these products. Fatco, Woman Stank Stop. But wait, there's more. Also by Fatco. Calm and body butter. Body butter. Made with grass-fed tallow. And also, for those of you that aren't part of Fatco, here's a fat stick. I gotta find more Fatco stuff. This is great. That is one furked up dog. Marvel comic nerds. Little vague. For you Galactus fans, probiotic packets. 5 billion active cultures per serving. No. Send out Silver Surfer for the waiter. So, gas out. Play your card, but don't pass the gas. Do it again.
Talk the Tavern. Here you're always welcome.
They say start from the ground up, so let's do that. So the snowballs are right next to the ding-dongs, which are right next to the ho-hos. That's dirty.
Sit right back and relax, or get up and get a drink and refill what you have, while the cast and cohorts and co-hosts of Talk of the Tavern do the same. Now here's the testimony of some of the great people we've had on Talk of the Tavern or previously on Sounds of Steam. Enjoy.
This is Gail Carragher, author of The Finishing School and the Custard Protocol series, and you're listening to Talk of the Tavern.
This is Aiden Sivart, Steampunk Indiana Jones.
Hey, this is Scott.
This is Samantha.
And we're Frenching the Punk.
I'm Karen Kay, also known as the Fairy Lady and editor of Fae Magazine, and also founder of Fairy Events.
This is K.W. Jeter, author of Infernal Devices and Fiendish Schemes.
Kircher here. I play Bifur in the Hobbit trilogy, and you are listening to Talk of the Tavern.
This is Trevor Crafts, executive producer and creator of Lantern City.
This is Lord Bobbins of Teslacon. Huzzah!
Steampunk Funk Bazaar here, Lord Monty right in front of your radio.
Hello, this is Professor Elemental. When I'm not taking a bath in gin or trying to invent a new kind of badger, I'm listening. Oh, yes!
This is Stephen Davis of Raising Steam UK, 2-day Steampunk Festival in Reading. Enjoy!
I'm Thomas Williford of Brute Force Studios, and you're listening to Talk of the Tavern.
This is Commander Bob of Victor Sierra.
Je suis la légendaire princesse convertie de Victor Sierra.
Hi, my name is Sarah from Valentine Wolf.
Hey, this is Braxton from Valentine Wolf.
This is Aileen the Peacemaker, the founding editor of Beyond Victoriana, the multicultural steampunk blog.
Hey, this is Joseph C.R. Vortek, otherwise known as Electro Swing Neo Vintage DJ Vortek, and you're listening to Talk of the Tavern. I hope you come out of it in one piece. I'm not sure I did.
And don't forget about our other shows during the week. Tuesday, Middle Age Gamers on Wednesday, and Virtual International Pub VIP on Thursdays. Make sure you join us there, 1 p.m. Eastern to 4 p.m.
Hi, my name is Ashley Rogers. I'm the organizer of the Copper Claw.
This is Calamity Dawn, mixologist of Airship Passepartout.
This is Commodore Lorpicar of Lost Saints Curiosities.
This is Jimmy Diggs of the Crypto Historians, reminding you that the future is in your hands.
This is Gabrielle.
Okay, we have returned. I was attacked by a cat and held down. I know I showed my dice the other day, but I got new dice.
What?
Pardon?
What? I didn't hear you.
I know. I was talking to the viewers. Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm. It just cut out when you said you got something. You got lice?
I have lice. I was going to get
Why do you tell people that? What the hell?
I feel like they're interested. Okay, Fish, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you, Fish. He needs some love today. Wonder if he's feeling bad. Or maybe he's feeling good. Oh, so good.
I don't know. Do you got food? Sometimes he goes there if you have food or treats.
I have fruit.
I think the cats like the concept of fruit. They want to smell it and like smack at it, but they won't eat it.
Well,
I'm kind of the same way.
It's also got to be bite-sized. They're not used to chasing down a gazelle and chewing out its innards. They're used to wonderful little tiny bite-sized bits.
Wait. You have a bowl of gazelle? I thought you had a bowl of watermelon.
Well,
what am I missing?
It was a wild watermelon, and it was a long-legged watermelon. So, like gazelles, it is often seen leaping about the fields.
Okay.
That's fields of glory. You know, the fields of what's the Sting song? Fields of gold. Feel like I'm old.
Yeah, I love that. I don't think that's right.
Meals and bowls.
What?
Sexy vole.
A vole? Those are like moles. Weevils.
Yeah.
Weevils wobble, but they don't fall down.
But they're German moles. That's why they are called the vole.
Okay, sounds legit.
So does my accent.
Only when you wear lederhosen.
But I do not think I should be talking like this.
What? That's not German.
I was a German that moved to Russia.
I don't...
Yeah, pull air, Commandant, and then we will go to Russia and have borscht.
A Porsche? I want a Porsche. Especially since my van is messed up. I would a Porsche would be alright. I would suffer through it.
Imagine what the tires... I bet you for a set of 4 tires on a Porsche you're paying $700.
But they're so tiny.
I made my own cherry Coke today. So, I put a little cherry flavor in here and I'm stirring it with my fruit fork.
Did you throw? Oh, you don't have cherries. You have strawberries. Make a strawberry cup. Just throw that in there.
Could.
Put some of the cherry stuff on the strawberry. You have cherry flavored strawberries.
Don't you hate it when you get a booger in your nose and it's like a loose shutter in a windstorm? Just every time there's a breeze, it's like... God, I hate that. Asking for a friend.
No.
This is a pretty... You don't hate it? Well, you're fucking weird.
Oh, what?
I asked if you hate it. You said no. That's weird. I love the sensation of a floppy booger in my head. You seem to say.
Yeah, that's not what I said. So... No. You need to get raspberries and then just put them on your fingers like hats and draw the little faces.
I'm a very happy clown. Mm-hmm.
It's funny.
It's funny because it's true. Isn't it pretty, though?
Hey, are there grapes left
Yes.
in the fridge?
Yes.
Don't eat them all. They're my princess grapes.
Yes.
Because the Incredibles grapes didn't look good. I didn't buy those.
Because of the Incredibles, the grapes didn't look good?
No, you know the grape boxes to sell to kids. They cover them with princesses, or there was one covered in Incredibles, but
Grape
they didn't.
boxes?
Grapes. Yeah.
Oh,
Look at
you're
the
talking...
box.
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
The package.
I thought this was
And
a
inside the
special
lid,
piece.
it's got trivia. Trivia.
It does? I just took it out to the street.
You took the grape box?
No, I took the strawberry box.
There's a difference. The grape one has trivia. Princess trivia. Trivia.
Why doesn't grape candy taste anything like a damn grape?
I like green grapes better than purple.
I just prefer seedless myself.
I
also prefer myself seedless.
I prefer my grapes in the form of wine. Just saying.
Well, I think you and wine have a lot in common.
Or cheese? We go well with cheese?
That explains why we paired up.
Not
you wine,
pears.
I cheese.
Not pears, it's grapes.
It's like me, Tarzan, you Jane. I cheese, you wine. So I've got to figure out what to do about tonight's game. Because...
What do you mean? Oh.
What?
Because?
We only have 4 games left instead of 5, correct? And we didn't play last week, so now I have to figure out... Oh, that's what that is. Oh, that's what that is.
4, you said only 4 players?
4 games...
Oh.
...left in the season. For those of you watching who don't know about the games... Okay, on Andrea's Chat, would you do a shout-out for yourself, please? On Andrea LeChat's Twitch channel, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday night, I run games. I run tabletop role-playing games. Tuesday is fucking awesome. Crypto Mystery, so it's like Scooby-Doo meets Cthulhu in a steampunk world.
It's the more serious and sophisticated out of the 3 games.
Wednesday is Star Wars, but it's more like Firefly meets Three Stooges, and Thursday is superheroes. So, what I've done is I've set up each season, winter, spring, summer, fall, as one story arc. So we actually get a full story arc across these 12 weeks. Give or take. And we're coming up on the end of it. Now, something I did not consider. When planning a 12-week story arc, I need to plan 10 games. The reason for that is, it's very easy to go ahead and fill in a game if we play all 12 games. But there are times certain games run over. There are certain times you don't make a game, which means you're losing a game slot. So what I actually think I need to do is probably plan a 6 to 8 game story arc. And then just fill in the blanks as we go. This way we can have, a off-topic, silly, fun thing or whatever. But the seasons in the game allow us for a couple of things. First of all, it allows us to rotate players. In case players want to play different games, can't make it that night, hate our fucking guts, whatever it may be. Also lets people change characters, but it gives a definitive stopping point. If somebody does need to leave the game, that's the time to do it. I'm looking at, I know I mentioned topics, and I'm just making sure I know where they are. Okay, I got them there. Let me see what's on here. Oh yeah, that's what else I need to do with the book. I have to add Bob to it.
I thought you already did. I thought you did that yesterday.
No, I edited the book. I have to add Bob Lowell as a character in the book.
I know. I thought you... I don't know. I don't pay attention. Where's Bob? Good old Bob. He's somewhere.
He just popped in. He'll say hello in a second. And again, I said that about Kevin like 20 minutes ago. Pop-up Bob.
I don't...
Hey, there's my list of stand-up comedy topics if I decide to do that.
Oh. I don't want to stand up for comedy. I prefer to sit down.
You like sit down, shut up comics.
I guess.
You're gassed?
Tell me what to do.
Okay. I could take a nap.
Right now? On camera?
Yeah. I think...
Well, the cats do it.
You know what?
You?
I just checked the list, and both John and Jamin are watching. Or at least they're there, so they might be stalking. So hello to you guys.
Have us on in the background.
They do, and I appreciate that.
While they're doing stuff.
Oh.
John subjects all of his customers to us.
Yeah.
Thanks, John.
And we haven't even cleaned up our act. It's,
Oh, I didn't know we were supposed to.
I told him I try to, be conscious of it and not be horrible, but, I'm naturally horrible. That's my flavor.
He allows you in the shop, so...
He does. He might have been back.
Only this time he can turn the volume down.
There is that.
When you're there, he can't.
So I did invite John to play on Tuesday Night Crypto Mystery since we have an open spot.
Oh my god, I think he would do very well with that.
He shot me down.
Aww.
But he invited me to play Star Wars on Tuesday nights instead.
Mm-hmm.
But actually the conversation, it was all on Discord, and the conversation went a bit like, hey, are you busy Tuesday nights? And he says, yes, I play Star Wars from 6 to 9.
Like, stairs is in walking to the next floor stairs, or stairs is I'm staring at you? Really?
And then he corrected himself. Star Wars. But, Star Wars would be interesting also. And then,
I'm going to stick with that answer.
And then he says, care to join us? And I'm like, no, actually, I run Crypto Mysteries on Tuesday nights. He's like, yeah, that's the one I never make it to. I said, yeah, well, we had an open slot, and I figured I'd reach out to you. Then he mentioned something about maybe after they... What the heck was it? maybe when they take a break and start Dresden, is what he said. Now, I don't know if there's like a Dresden Files game.
I think there might.
I don't know. There might be. I have this like list of names of other people. Like the names underneath our pictures. And I'm now removing them all because it was like Richard Knowles, who now works when the show is on. Got a new job. Greg Chapman, who was only here for the month, and then my son, who, you know, he'll be at school during this.
Mm-hmm. I'm here.
You are. There's like little mystery seeds in these grapes. Like, hey, we just put a bonus seed in there that you didn't know about.
They're not really seeds, they're just wannabes. It's where the seed would go. It's a seed sack. Only the cats. They still have the sack, but they don't have the so. You're welcome for that.
Hey, remember that Queen song, The Seven Seeds of Rye?
No.
It's all about bread.
Is it?
No. It's actually the 7 C's of rye, and rye is spelled R-H-Y-E.
I don't know. Maybe if I heard it. I couldn't do it karaoke style or anything.
I'd like to play Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know how to fit this in the schedule, though.
D&D?
Mm-hmm. You know what my best thought was so far?
Unless we had someone during the day.
I was thinking Friday nights. Because where I work, I only have to work 4 shifts a week.
Well, sometimes I work.
Or is that?
Well, a lot of times they have me on Friday. A lot of times they have me on Friday mornings. But you never know. It's all on. Oh my goodness.
I can't stop eating this fruit salad. It's great. Hey, Ed just checked a message. He's awake.
Oh, Ed.
I was all excited. We were going to have 5 of us on during the day, all kooky and crazy and having a good time.
Me too. Oh, well.
I'm not sad or upset that everybody couldn't make it. I get it. But, you know.
Sorry, I'm trying to send this message back.
I had never sent Ed a solo message on Discord before today.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Why not?
I don't know, I just never had. This is the first
Oh, you
message.
always call him, though.
I do. I'm a phone guy.
Yeah.
Which is like a fun guy's boring cousin. Phone guy.
I need to clean my van. Because I have to be there at 7:45 in the morning. Hopefully they can fix it.
Well, what you could do is just point your camera out the window and I'll keep going and talk about you cleaning your van that I can see from your window using your camera.
No.
That's a great idea.
I don't think it is.
Let me double check.
This is not a public car wash. Public car wash viewing thing. No.
It would be if I played that music while you're doing it.
No.
I'm curious, what flavors combine better? Grape and watermelon, or grape and strawberry? Let's find out.
Probably strawberry grape.
Watermelon grape is okay because it's very juicy. Now let's try the grape strawberry. I don't know, there's a lot of tart in that bite.
The grape?
Yeah.
Because they're
the strawberry.
They're green ones. They're not the sweet grapes. They're tarty.
So, I think out of all the flavor combinations I get here, strawberry watermelon is the best.
Okay. So, is the sound working? Can people hear us?
Yes. Did you go listen to make sure? Or are you just wondering why people aren't chit-chatty today?
Okay, I just checked. Yeah, they can. Because after that little fiasco last night, the whole game, that was awesome, and nobody heard it. They heard my side of the story. That was... Are you stuck?
Nope.
Okay, I didn't hear anything, but I thought everything froze. So, Kevin's still on his way?
I guess.
Did you hear from him?
Only the last time I told you about it.
Oh. Okay. So are we still waiting for him? It's been an hour. Are you going to give me some of the topics you have?
I can. I'm going to reach out to him and ask him what's going on first.
It's a long reach. He's in another country.
Hold on, guys. Let's do this real quick.
I know we have some viewers out there.
Give me just a second.
Well,
hold on. Okay, we're back. I sent Kevin another message to find out if he's coming on. I figure we'll give him 15 minutes and then we'll just move on.
Okay.
And just so you know, the topics I have are ones I was planning to talk about alone by myself on the show. So I figured if I do it when more than just me is here, it actually just adds a lot more to it.
Well, you could talk about it. I'll mute. I'll just sit here and stare at you. I'll play Star Wars.
Gonna eat a grape now.
How are grape nuts made? Is that when a grape and a nut's left alone? When a grape and a nut love each other.
Yeah, that would be a special little relationship, wouldn't it?
They come together to create a cereal that's like eating rocks. Just saying.
That is actually a fine question, though. I mean, in actuality, what the hell is that cereal?
It's a bowl of gravel. Have you had it before?
Yeah. That's why I'm asking, what the fuck is it?
It's science. I like to science.
I don't know if it's condensed bran. I'm going to look it up.
Use the Google. See, I can't do that right now. I'm busy.
I need to trim my toenails.
Don't do that on air. That's no. God.
Okay. It was developed in 1897
As a science experiment?
by C.W. Post, a former patient and later competitor of Dr. John Harvey Kellogg. I'm curious.
What kind of doctor was he?
Doctor of medical cereal, I would think.
Medical cereal? Wow.
Okay. So the cereal was originally prepared by Post when developing the product was a batter that came from the oven as a rigid sheet. He then broke the sheet into pieces and ran them through a coffee grinder to produce nut-sized kernels. It does not contain grapes nor nuts. It's made with wheat and barley. Post believed that glucose, which he... What?
It's called grape nuts because they're crazy.
I guess. He believed that glucose, which he called grape sugar, formed in the baking process. This, combined with the nutty flavor of the cereal, is said to have inspired its name.
Grape sugar, you said?
That's what he called. Yeah, that's what he called glucose.
Oh, give me some sugar grapes.
It was initially marketed as a natural cereal that could enhance health and vitality, and as a food that, quote, food for the brain and nerve centers.
Nerd center?
Yeah, nerd centers.
I got a nerd on my shirt.
You do. Oh. In the 20s and 30s, it became popular for exploration expedition groups. World War II, it was a component of lightweight jungle ration used by U.S. and Allied forces. Okay. So, yeah, it's interesting background. Good ad campaigns, apparently, for it to have this kind of... Oh, by the way, grape nut ice cream is a popular regional dish in the Canadian Maritimes, the Shenandoah Valley, Jamaica, and New England.
Grape nut ice cream? Is it ice cream with grape nuts in it or on it?
Apparently
some people put it on yogurt.
Apparently it's grape nuts mixed into ice cream.
Oh, so your teeth will hate you because not only is it freezing cold, it's like rocks. So
Other flavors with grape nuts. Hold on. See if it said a specific type of ice cream. Okay. So I guess vanilla. But other great flavors with grape nuts include hazelnut syrup, chocolate varieties of chocolate chips, and mint and other fresh flavors. So that there is them stories of grape nuts.
This show is education.
Yeah, let's go with that one. Okay. Let's do this. I'm in Google. Okay? I'm in the Google.
Not the Google.
And I'm just going to type in what is the... My top 5 choices are weather, keto diet, weather for today, temperature, weather for tomorrow. Okay, let's add the letter A.
Why is the bird the word? Inquiring minds. What?
It's a good question. So you know how you start to type out words and it give you the autofill, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I typed in what is the, and I put the letter A like I'm starting a word. So my choices are, what is the American dream? What is the age of consent in Pennsylvania? What is the average IQ? What is the average height of a man? What is the answer to life, the universe, and everything? So, there's that.
42. Just 42.
You're correct. Okay. Now let's look at what is the, and we'll start B. Biggest number, Big Bang Theory, Biggest Shark, Bill of Rights, Best Dog Food.
I don't want to eat dog. But Chinese sounds good, so instead of eating the dog food, just the dog. That's horrible. I think we just lost a viewer because of that. I'm sorry.
So
the number just went down.
I'm going through the letters here. And I got to D. What is the D? The 5th option on this one that in the drop down is what is the Declaration of Independence?
I know what the D is.
With E, one of the options is what is the electric slide about?
Fun. It's electric. Boogie, oogie, oogie.
What is the golden ratio?
Who are the Golden Girls? The Golden.
There's an interesting question. What is the highest IQ?
Highest IQ?
Uh-huh. So it says...
I have that.
Mm-hmm.
John says, golden ratio for face structure? Question mark.
Yep,
Sure, you got the answer, John?
Probably what it was, John. Let me go look.
He's just messing with the Google.
Let's see here. Irrational. It's an irrational number with the value of... It's a math thing. It's the Fibonacci sequence, is what it looks like.
Ah, I know what that is.
It's not terribly exciting, is it?
It is.
Hold on. I have a message.
I'm so excited. Okay.
Kevin message. He says he'll be on in 25 to 30 minutes.
Okay.
So let's see. What is the... I think I got up to H, right? H-I... Wait, stop it. What is the IQ set? What is the In My Feelings challenge? Any idea what that is?
What?
In My Feelings challenge?
Hashtag, hell if I know.
What is the Kiki challenge? The fourth thing under K is, what is the Krabby Patty secret formula?
That is a cartoon.
Wow, there's a lot of people wanting to know about the age of consent in Pennsylvania. Because I got to L, and the fourth option is, what is the legal age of consent? In PA. What is the meaning of life?
42.
The fourth option when I have M is, what is the moon?
It's made of cheese.
It's the cheese movie. LMNOP. PP. What is the positive phase of drinking? I'm curious what the hell that even means. Oh, it's the 6 stages of alcohol intoxication. Apparently there's a positive phase. Like there should be. I'm curious about this. Sobriety, euphoria, excitement, confusion, stupor, coma, death. Well, I think they went one over. Because really, are you intoxicated anymore once you're dead?
You could be.
Well, that must be why zombies walk so funny. They're just drunk.
Exactly, off brains.
Let's see what's under Q. That's not so funny. They do have what is the queen's last name. And I know for a fact the answer is Mercury. Queen's last name is Mercury.
Is what?
Mercury.
The queen?
Well, Queens. First name Freddie?
Oh.
If they said who cares blood type? Any idea, Andrea?
O negative? No, AB. Negative?
AB negative.
Yeah. O negative is like inversely.
Is what?
But if you have AB negative, you have to only have AB.
Is that what it is?
I think so. And if you have that and you go to those places where they collect the blood, you can make some money off of it because it's that rare. But the thing is, with the blood collection, it doesn't last forever. It's only so long before they have to throw it out. So I guess they donate it to a blood bank for the vampires.
Well, that's a good idea. That's how they got true blood.
That's synthetic.
We're up to S.
Oh.
The seventh thing under S is, what is the score of the Yankees game?
Which one?
All of them.
42. You're welcome.
I'm up to you, because...
You're up to me. Nice.
You
know, I Googled myself.
Are you very famous?
Yeah. And now I know why I keep getting all these spam things about single women and this and that. Because I Googled my name and it is a famous Italian football player.
Right.
Apparently I'm really hot.
Yes.
I have a guy's name. I have a guy's name, people, which is fine. So there's that.
Okay.
Have you Googled yourself?
Oh, once
lately?
or twice. It's all talk of the tavern stuff. My writer stuff. Ugh. So. Excuse me. On Google, I typed in what is the, and I put the letter Z. Apparently, searching for the zodiac sign for specific months is very popular.
Well, this is not Zodiac Killer. Xenomorph?
Your month is the second
Xylophone
most
is
searched.
with an X, though.
Xylophone does, yes. What's that have to do with this?
Z.
Oh, you're just wondering why it doesn't start with a Z?
Yeah.
Yeah. Keep wondering. People who are born in April search the most often. Just after March.
Well. There we go.
And I did pull up an IQ test.
42. Did you take the IQ test?
I have before.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. The online ones, free online ones, are way different than the ones that are done by an institution that you pay for, you know, all that science stuff.
Right.
Just same thing with the personality.
Oh, there's a timer on this one. Ah, ow, 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 cat. That's a claw. That's a leg.
Is that Zazzle?
No, that's fish.
Oh, is he in your lap?
He is.
Oh, I can't see your lap. Well, I finally painted my nails after a while. And this is going to change colors. Right now it's like a turquoise green. And it turns to purple.
Is that like
I guess when
varied on your mood or whatever? Because if you could put on some, you know, mood nail polish, that'd be good.
Well, that's what it is. It says mood, but basically it's hot and cold. That's all.
Okay, guys, hold on. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back. Hold on, let me mute the mics. That way we
Good, I'll
scratch
get
it.
coffee.
Yeah, okay, we'll be back.
Sit right back and relax, or get up and get a drink and refill what you have, while the cast and cohorts and co-hosts of Talk of the Tavern do the same. Now here's the testimony of some of the great people we've had on Talk of the Tavern or previously on Sounds of Steam. Enjoy.
This is Gail Carragher, author of The Finishing School and the Custard Protocol series, and you're listening to Talk of the Tavern.
This is Aiden Sivart, Steampunk Indiana Jones.
Hey, this is Scott.
This is Samantha.
And we're Frenchie and the Punk.
I'm Karen Kay, also known as the Fairy Lady and editor of Fame magazine and also founder of Fairy Events.
This is K.W. Jeter, author of Infernal Devices and Fiendish Schemes.
Kircher here. I play Bifur in the Hobbit trilogy, and you are listening to Talk of the Tavern.
This is Trevor Crafts, executive producer and creator of Lantern City.
This is Lord Bobbins of Teslacon. Huzzah!
Steampunk Funk Bazaar here, Lord Monty, right in front of your radio.
Hello, this is Professor Elemental. When I'm not taking a bath in gin or trying to invent a new kind of badger, I'm listening. Oh, yes!
This is Stephen Davis of Raising Steam UK, 2-day steampunk festival in Reading. Enjoy.
I'm Thomas Williford of Brute Force Studios, and you're listening to Talk of the Tavern.
This is Commander Bob of Victor Sierra.
Je suis la légendaire princesse convertie de Victor Sierra.
Hi, my name is Sarah from Valentine Wolf.
Hey, this is Braxton from Valentine Wolf.
This is Aileen the Peacemaker, the founding editor of Beyond Victoriana, the multicultural steampunk blog.
Hey, this is Joseph C.R. Vortek, otherwise known as Electro Swing Neo Vintage DJ Vortek, and you're listening to Talk of the Tavern. I hope you come out of it in one piece. I'm not sure I did.
And don't forget about our other shows during the week. Tuesday, Middle Age Gamers on Wednesday, and Virtual International Pub VIP on Thursdays. Make sure you join us there, 1 p.m. Eastern to 4 p.m.
Hi, my name is Ashley Rogers. I'm the organizer of the Copper Claw.
This is Calamity Dawn, mixologist of Airship Passepartout.
This is Commodore Lorpicar of Lost Saints Curiosities.
This is Jimmy Diggs of the Crypto Historians, reminding you that the future is in your hands.
This is Gabrielle Reel.
Hi, this is D. Clarence Snyder, writer of the Bright Future series, and you are listening to Talk of the Tavern.
This is Professor Marcus O'Bannon, the Chief Scientific Investigator for the Crypto Historians.
This is Lady Gatita of Nerdvana.
Hey, this is Angie Vello from Ghostfire.
This is Hannah Titania, Queen of the Fairies.
This is Jeff Platt of Highland Steamworks.
This is Danielle Ackley McPhail, co-author of Baba Ali and the Clockwork Gin, and you are listening to Talk of the Tavern Radio.
Hi, this is John R. White, author of The Tales of the Airship Neverland.
This is Catherine Gleason, author of Anatomy of Steampunk, The Fashion of Victorian Futurism.
This is opera singer Katie Cat.
This is Keith Prusak of Bad September.
This is Captain James Barrington of the mighty Claxton.
This is Emily Leverett, and I'm the editor of Big Bad and Anthology of Evil, Volumes 1 and 2, and you're listening to Talk of the Tavern.
Hola Radio Escuchas, les habla Lady Smoke de Sociedad de Steampunk Argentina y Sindicato Dieselpunk.
This is Melanie Grace with Live Steamy.
We are Warren and Betsy Talbot of MarriedWithLuggage.com.
This is Christopher Meeker, author of Hawthorne, Chronicles of the Brass Hand.
This is Mickey Wonderland, Steampunk Fairy Princess of Wonderland with a fresh cup of Mad Hatter tea.
Hi, this is Margaret McGraw, author of the prompt writing blog WritersSpark.com, and you're listening to Talk of the Tavern.
Hello, this is Mishkin from Bird Eats Baby.
This is Nim Derringer of Airship Hypatia.
This is Painless Parker.
This is Persephone Burroughs Dimebagger, co-captain of the Airship Hypatia.
This is Psyche of Psyche Corporation.
Ahoy, me darlings. This is Misty Massey, author of Mad Kestrel, and you're listening to Talk of the Tavern.
I'm Ellie Ann from Steampunk Homes, author of Slice of Life and The Silver Sickle. Hope you enjoy the show.
This is Captain Jared Cornwall of the Melanie Rose.
Hi, this is Lisa Luminos with Tinker the Web Series.
This is Travis Fessler, the steam-powered circus freak from the Pickled Brothers Circus.
This is Scott Norman of The Wars of Other Men.
I'm Mr. Cat of the Cat in Black Art, and you are listening to Talk of the Tavern.
This is Wendy Callahan, author of The Cronus Clock.
This is Daniel Burrow, creator of Tefra, the steampunk role-playing game. Cheers and gears and good gaming.
This is Tempest Wolf, actor and producer of Tinker Web Series. Tinker by name, Tinker by nature.
This is Shelley Dusick, the captain of Vandalia, and you're listening to Talk of the Tavern.
Did you know Talk the Tavern also publishes books? Make sure you look us up online. We're on Amazon.com. Sit right back and relax, or get up and get a drink and read.
I'll give him a brush with death.
You want to play a game? Look what you win.
shoe.
You don't even know what size it is. You gotta play a lot to get 2 shoes. What a bargain. I'm not a sports guy, but I know I never actually score when I tell her, hey baby, touchdown.
I kill you.
Ah! Brush with death. I think I'll have a spot of tea. I've always thought that Muskrat Love was a stupid name for a song. I really think it would have been better if it was Hedgehog Love.
I kill your teeth.
Ah! Toothbrush with death. You gotta remember to look up, to hope and dream. Next step is being a bit terrified by it. Gonna get that tattooed right above my Johnson. To help get rid of that manly smell and replace it with a manly smell. Dude wipes. Dude wipe. Hey, can I clean my butt with a monkey? So when I get married, I don't want a bachelor party. I want a donkey party. Yeah, baby. Call Ronnie Mexico. Look, it's the potty putter game. Yeah, that's the shit. Wait, I got another one. It makes it okay to play with your balls in the bathroom. It's a pooter putter. Poopy putter? If you're shit at golf, this is for you.
No. I'm gonna kill you.
Ah, brush with death. Am I the only one that thinks pull and go hot dogster might sound a little too dirty for children? I just want to let you know, these are dangerous. They're very dangerous. Don't use them. Last time I used them, afterwards, I couldn't dance anymore. You so fancy. When you give nutrients to your hair, you only give the fancy stuff, like white truffles and caviar. Luke Cannon. Big ass brick of soap. Smells like victory.
I kill you in colorful ways.
It's a colorful brush with death.
Nailed it.
Is it me or do they seem kind of confused? Happy Valentine's Day? You turtley rock. Got a real diddle head poking out. I love it.
Talk the Tavern. Here you're always welcome.
Okay, so we got strawberry Twinkies. Is it me, or what does that resemble? Valentine's Day is all about the sex. Some people like a cockatoo, others like a little prick. You know what chicks really love for Valentine's Day?
What?
A little ding dong. Okay, and we're back. Sorry about that, guys. We had to do some teching of Kevin there to get his ass on the show so he could join us.
Is he home?
Yeah, he'll be on in about 10 minutes or less.
It's still fairly early there.
Yep.
So he's getting on before midnight. That's awesome.
And I'm looking at Drama Llama pictures.
I know, you keep sending them to me. Stop.
Drama Llama.
It's getting dark outside. I wonder if it's going to rain today, too.
It is possible that it may rain. Looking out to the direction that I'm looking in.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember what damn direction it is. I always forget.
That way?
I believe you are correct. It is that way.
As opposed to this way. Well, if it rains, then I'll just go out there with a sponge.
And set it free? They're dead. You can't release them after you buy them.
Whatever.
I got candy.
What do you got? I need fudge rounds.
Go get some. I will stay here and entertain all the guests.
Yep. Hi, everybody. Make sure you follow the channel so you can chat. And if you're new to Twitch, verify your email. But follow the channel so you can chat. Go below the video and hit share. And then go in the chat. And you can ask questions. We'll answer them. You know. Are you drinking soda? Is that soda? I guess I'm on mute, so nobody hears me. Okay.
No, you're not on mute. I'm busy. I was making art.
Okay.
Are you going to go get your fudge round?
No.
Why?
We're not on break right now. I could have done that. I'll wait. It's fine.
You might want your
Oh,
fudge
I'll
round.
wait till Kevin gets here.
Yeah, well, I was about to say you want it before then. Because then you could relax and enjoy Kevin's company. And a fudge round.
Yeah, that's... Okay.
Okay, what's the matter?
Just waiting. That is all. Well,
let's talk about this. So I have recently seen certain famous people, movie stars. Trying to remember who did it. Will Wheaton, I believe. In particular.
Mm-hmm.
Quit Twitter on like the quit social media day or something like that. Basically, quit social media day is everybody don't use it for one day, 1 week, or forever, or whatever you want to do. Just for that day, don't use it, definitely. And he quit Twitter, stating the reason that it's not what it used to be, and until Twitter and these other people can bring back the spirit of what it used to be and cut all the negativity, he won't be back.
Mm.
Now, I looked at this.
We'll miss him.
What's that?
We'll miss him.
Well, he said he'll be somewhere else, you know. I don't know whether he said Instagram or wherever. But, no, I get quitting social media because there's too much negativity. You and I definitely fall into that sort of camp.
I quit Facebook. Got rid of it.
Right. My question is, can you expect a social media company to do something like police content of a social media page to make it more encouraging, positive, and happy as opposed to negative, aggressive, and angry?
Here's the thing. There's too much. There's too many people on it. You can't control everyone. And somebody's going to be pissed about something at all times. I don't see a way for them to be able to fix things to make everybody happy. So, and obviously, not everybody's pissed. Look at how many people are still.
Mm-hmm.
So, from a business perspective, they're just doing what's still making the money. Now, if everybody quit and they weren't making any money, they might consider changing it, but I don't think they will for the few complainers.
Well, I think social media, like MySpace in the day.
I still have a MySpace account.
So many businesses fail in a brick and mortar world without ever knowing why.
Mm-hmm.
Now, by this I mean a business who was genuinely successful at one point. Suddenly things slack off, disappear, fade. Now, you could be trendy and a flash in the pan. That can happen. But in general, if you were a successful, maintained, consistent business, and suddenly things taper off and disappear, barring things like the neighborhood went to shit and they're full of gangs now. The reason... Hold on a second, Kevin's talking to me. He doesn't know how to use these things.
He doesn't know how to what?
Use these things.
Just call him back. He's a bus wanker. He doesn't understand. And I mean that in the most loving way possible.
Good evening.
Oh.
Oh.
That's up close and personal.
How's it going, guys?
Okay. How are you?
You finally made it.
How am I? That's a very long and confabulated answer. Should we just go with pretty? Tired.
Did you
You're
say
pretty?
Pretty and tired?
I'm both, yes. I'm not very pretty at the moment due to being tired.
And ugly.
I've looked better. I'm aware I'm not presenting my best game face for showtime tonight.
We're pretty used to that.
How's everyone else?
We're actually just in the middle of a huge debate and discussion with both of us. You know how we get overreactionary and impassioned.
It's not like that.
What are we debating?
So, and I'll bring you up to speed before I... Hold on, I've got to add your name to the thing here. There's Kevin. Okay. I'll take Kevin.
Yeah, there's Kevin. I see him.
Put him right down here. Make Kevin bigger.
Ready?
He has the technology.
I do. Okay. So let me do 1 second here.
Oh, you take as many seconds as you need. I'm just glad to be sat down. It's a pleasant change.
So how was work?
Wow. Work is very interesting. And the reason I'm exhausted at the moment and the reason I kind of dropped off the radar on you guys for a couple of weeks. How long have you got?
Hours.
Okay, I'll give you the full but abridged version of what's going on. My manager quit.
Oh.
Is the start of the story. Hi, Vika, my outgoing manageress. The last 6 or 7 weeks of her tenure at the pub, she completely fell out of love with the company we work for. Around the pub could only be described as hostile towards a lot of the staff. She was grumpy, angry, shouting at people. Team morale was destroyed. We've been through a pretty rough time. She's gone. Ding dong, the witch is dead. We had a new GM lined up, ready to come in. He's a lovely guy. Everyone gets on really well with him, myself in particular. He's going to be great for the place. So everything's looking good. But here's the kicker. He's got 30-odd years experience in the trade. He's never worked for our company before. So he doesn't know any of their systems, any of our back office, accounting, daily, stock taking, all that kind of stuff. Sadly, I do.
Oh.
So for the first, and it's compounded by the fact that he was due to take over 2 weeks later than he did, but she pulled the old myself off sick with depression and anxiety for the last 2 weeks I'm supposed to be there. So one day she just literally stopped coming into work. So he had to jump in. He jumped in 2 weeks early, but he's got to undergo his manager's training course, which takes 5 weeks. So we're just at the end of week 2 of that now, which means he's away off-site on the mainland training for Tuesday lunchtime until Saturday morning.
Mm.
And
So
by
it's only around the
mainland,
weekends.
by mainland, you mean the bigger island?
The big island, yeah, or the UK as the rest of the world refer to it.
Not actually the continent.
Not the continent, no.
No.
No, nowhere near those cheese-eating surrender monkeys. He's still on UK soil, but he's in Bury St Edmunds, which is the home of Green King, which is the company I work for. It's where their main brewery is and their head office is, so that's where his training takes place. So we've been through a very difficult time because we've been understaffed. The team morale's been through the floor. We've had a couple of horrendously busy weeks because obviously it's been school summer holidays, the August bank holiday, and so on. So the reason you guys haven't seen me is because essentially at the moment 6 days of work, 6 days a week, I'm at work from 9 a.m. till midnight. And then on top of that, you add roughly 70 minutes before and after for travelling time to and from work as a bus wanker. So essentially the only time I'm at home is from 1 in the morning to, well, just after 1 in the morning. I get home about 10 past 1 and I leave at 7:20.
Mm.
And that's 6 days a week. So I'm running on steam, basically. Which is why I've been a very bad boy and I've not been on the show for a couple of weeks and I've essentially just dropped off the radar and sent you like 4 messages in 2 weeks or whatever. That's why.
Are you an hourly employee?
Yeah, well, I've officially been given the deputy manager's role, which I was kind of doing anyway, but without having the benefit of the job position and the salary that goes with it. So I'll be moving to salary, but at the moment, while I'm caning all these massive hours, I am still being paid hourly.
Good. That's what I wanted to hear. Because if they move you to salary when you're working all these massive hours, that means they're fucking you over.
Ironically, it looks like the timing will be almost perfect for me. Like I say, his duration for his training is 5 weeks, and we've done 2 of them, or all but finished 2 of them. So it's 3 more weeks left to go, and they reckon that the actual time it will take payroll to transfer me to salary will be about 2 weeks.
Mm.
Good.
So I may have to do 1 week like this, where I'm being paid the first week of, just start switching to salary. But the bonus is that it'll only be that 1 week, and then after that, I won't have to do these horrendous hours because my boss will be back on site all week and also fully trained. Because at the moment, even when he's there, I have to do a lot of the back office stuff for him. So he's okay taking care of the floor, but I'm spending a lot of time on the bar, then running into the kitchen to help, then in the office doing stock taking and inputting data. Yeah, it's that's why I'm essentially fucked at the moment.
And the season is almost over also.
This is true, yeah. Although to finish it off next weekend, the adventure park that's right next door to us is hosting a festival. Yeah, I mean like a proper full-on music festival.
Oh, anything
Yeah.
good?
Do you know what? I'll call it up now and let you know. I genuinely, I know it's taking place, but I genuinely can't tell you who's there. It basically, there used to be a quite famous festival called Festival, which was on the same site, and it's been there for 5 or 6 years. It was very popular. It was almost as big as the new modern incarnation of the Isle of Wight Pop Festival, which runs now. But that finished because Rob DeBank, who organises it, took it to the mainland. And so this new one started on the same site by the people who own the site. It's kind of their way of trying to keep
The money.
that income coming every year, yeah. And last year's was a bit of a half-hearted, oh bugger, let's quickly throw something on. And so they used a lot of tribute acts and things like that. And it was okay, but it was mainly only attended by islanders. Not many people came over from the mainland for it. But this year they've gone down a slightly different route where they've got some stuff like that, but they've got 2 or 3 kind of pop chart notable names and stuff at the top of the bill. So we're not quite sure how it's going to go at the moment. It's an awkward one to judge. We could just see our normal level of trade and they'll all stay on site, or we could get absolutely smashed. So I'm going to staff it up as though we're facing Armageddon, and then there might be a lot of staff getting sent home.
No, absolutely the
Better
right
to
way to do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, yes, it's one of the perils of my job now is because the boss is away. I'm literally responsible for what we spend on team hours. So I've got to balance the budget carefully, but I've already messaged my area manager and went, with all due respect, bollocks to your budget for Friday, Saturday, Sunday of next weekend. I'm putting a fuck ton of staff on and going over on my budget, and if it's quiet enough, I'll cut them off and come back into budget again. But I'd rather do that than be ringing around at midday on a Friday going, Jesus Christ, they're 400 deep at the bar. Can you come to work when someone's expecting a day off? Because you'll get told, oh, I'm sorry, I'm busy. I'm tragically at a family event and I can't make it in. You know?
See, at least you're preparing. There's a lot of places managers don't.
Well, they
I've been doing this game
corporate
for far too long. Yeah. One thing you have to do is you'd be very lucky to do is catch me unawares. You get out very early in the day to catch me when I'm not expecting it. But yeah, it's long hours and it's long hours and it's hard work and it's physically exhausting and it can be mentally tiring some days as well when you're firefighting all day. You get those days where everything that can go wrong goes
Were there
wrong.
more fires?
Oh no, not literally firefighting. No,
Well,
not this time.
happened.
We have had fire in the past, but not this time. Look, touch the nearest wooden object, please, dear God. On top of everything else I've gone through in the last few weeks, don't let me have a fire, especially not in a 600-year-old fat pub.
Oh God.
See, this is what I've got for nibbles there, Kevin.
Dude, what's that? It looks nice, but I can't see what it is. That's like I'm seeing. Is that fruit, like grapes and strawberries and stuff? Nice.
Yeah, grape, strawberry, watermelon.
Good effort. Are you allowed to eat watermelon? Is that cultural appropriation? Or is that only if you're?
Well, it is now.
Only if you wash it down with Mountain Dew.
No, it's grape Kool-Aid, sir.
Yeah, get it right.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sorry,
so,
I apologise from 3,000 miles away for failing to hit an accurate cultural reference.
Oh.
Well, you should.
Good.
Does that mean if I apologize to you for that, I'm appropriating your culture?
Didn't you? No, because I consider it just polite.
Politeness is the British way.
Are we missing somebody? Didn't you tell me there was a fellow Islander on tonight?
There was, but he bailed. He has no reception where he is.
Yeah.
And Elizabeth was going to join us.
It's fair enough that most of the island has no reception for anything, including
He's on the mainland.
progress. Oh, okay. Yeah. I figured he might have been here because I know he was here at the weekend because I saw some pictures online of him performing at the Haven Street Steam Railway Festival.
So, before you jumped in, we were discussing social media. Now, Andrea and I quit Facebook, deleted our accounts for various reasons, mostly because it's just full of crap and negativity that we don't want to deal with. Now, Will Whedon recently posted on Twitter on the National Don't Do Social Media Day. Or whatever. He posted, hey, let's all take a break from social media, whether it's for a day or forever. And I'm going to leave Twitter, but I'll be over here, maybe Instagram or whatever he said. And I'm leaving it because it's not what it was, and until the company can pull it back together and make it less negative and aggressive and attacking and full of all this stuff, I won't be back. Now, with that being said, Andrew and I were discussing, and then it led into something else, which I'll get to that in a moment, but Andrew and I were discussing, can you actually expect to hold a company responsible for the tone that social media users set on their own page, feed, stream, whatever you want to call it?
Well, I can see why morally people would expect it, but in the reality of the world, I don't think you genuinely can. I think that's an extraordinarily hard thing to enforce.
Well,
I mean, you have to bear in mind a lot of these social media companies use things like automated algorithms for detecting offensive pictures and stuff like that, simply because the man hours required to offer human perception to judge what's morally right and wrong can only be done by a human, not a machine. And these companies are not going to invest the amount of money required for the manpower to do that in an effective way. I find it intriguing, though, because I don't know if you've had this in America recently, but in Britain, Facebook are running an ad campaign on TV at the moment where they're talking about how Facebook wasn't designed for fake media, and they're going to be redesigning and improving Facebook so that it goes back to what Facebook used to be, which is interesting, tying into that comment. I don't know if you've had those adverts there.
They are playing those in front of movies now. You go to a movie theater, pay your $15, and you get a fucking ad for Facebook talking about, we're sorry, we didn't mean to make lots of money off your stupid ass.
I don't think they're alone. I think there is definitely a market trend at the moment in social media giants that they're really beginning to appreciate that you kind of reach a tilting point. And you guys clearly have. I mean, I have to maintain some social media platforms because I'm in contact with people who do work through it. Everything from booking bands to actual, colleagues and stuff. But my interaction with it, I mean, you can go and look at my Facebook wall now, and it's not just because of the hours I've been working recently. If you go back over the last 6 months or so of my wall, my posting's got less and less and less because I've gone back to using Facebook for what I used it for when I first joined, which is literally as an easy, cheap, and effective method of keeping in contact with people I wouldn't otherwise talk to.
Right.
And that's all I use it for. Occasionally, I might occasionally post the odd meme or something if I'm sharing something I think is particularly funny. But in terms of posting several times a day or constantly being on Facebook, I haven't done that for a while now. And I think they're realizing a lot more people are beginning to do that because
well,
there's only so much of other people's bullshit being shoved in your face you can take. In the real world, you can turn around and walk away. And I think that's what people are doing with social media to a certain extent.
That's where I was going. I had mentioned in the in the brick and mortar world, when an established, successful business fails, if it's not for an extreme thing like the whole neighborhood went to shit and nobody comes around or the place burns down, if an established, successful business fails after a period of time, it's because of your silent protesters. Not the person who walks in going, this place is crap, you treated me like shit, I hate you all. Oh, you've got a coupon or a free meal or whatever. I guess I'll give you another
giving it
try.
business.
Instead, like MySpace, it's the people that silently slip away. You never have a chance to get them back again.
Yep.
Especially,
this is true in my trade as well.
It's true everywhere, but I think social media, huge social media conglomerates failing, is the essential visual example or proof of that. Real business is often 3 years, 3 years ago we were booming and now we're at 10%, 20% of what we did 3 years ago. I don't know what happened. With social media, we can watch it happen. Because we see less of our friends, or we have more people going, yeah, I'm not on it anymore, it was just too whatever. And this is something I'm thrilled to be able to say. Because I am one of the silent protesters. I will come to you and nicely ask you, I have this issue, are you able to fix this for me? And if because I'm being nice, you can bully over me and knock me over and out of the way and ignore me, I just never return. Because I don't want drama to get a moment of pleasure or delight or a good meal or whatever. I'm not there to work up my blood pressure to get something I'm paying for. So I just hope this could be a shining example to real businesses, brick and mortars, of look, people might be stupid and idiots, but you can't treat them that way because there's a few of them that will wake up to what you're doing and go, let me do something about this in my calm, meek, withdrawn way. And one person tells another person, and then soon enough, 3 years down the road, you're looking around going, what happened? Nobody actually complained. What happened?
We've all known companies like that.
Thank you, John.
Some companies, like it's obvious. Blockbuster.
Mm-hmm.
Blockbuster didn't go out of business because they were rubbish. They went out of business because technology made them an outdated format.
Right.
That's understandable. But we've all seen businesses who are like, hey, whatever happened to them? The answer was they didn't satisfy their customer base and they just walked away.
Do you remember Woolworth?
Yeah, I used to work for them.
Do you remember Jefferson Ward?
No.
Do you remember Zayre?
Yes.
Or Kmart or Toys R Us?
Toys R Us is literally just the last Toys R Us closed recently in the UK.
Now some of these are bad business decisions, growing too fast, but other things are just. Kmart, for example, is a great example of a business that's been failing for 2 decades or longer. And one reason I don't like Kmart is they're dirty. You walk into them and they're just dingy. Nobody takes care of anything. They look like crap.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think Woolworths went. I can't speak for it in America, but here Woolworths went that way towards the end, where they looked drab and old and tired compared to their modern counterparts, and I think that was a big thing, a big factor in the footfall just dropping off.
Mm-hmm.
When I worked there, you were lucky if you could move in the place. We were rammed all day long. The trade was phenomenal, and yet in the year or so before they closed here on the island, it was far more empty in there. There was noticeably a lot less people using the shop.
That's how it was here too.
Mm-hmm. Now, John says Ollie's is that way here. John, there are a few stores out there like Family Dollar, Dollar General, or Ollie's, and a couple
But I
others.
think they've always been that way.
Well, they're always a mess, but they keep their prices at such a point
that nobody gives a shit.
Yeah, you're like, well, obviously they're not paying their employees very much to clean up. And people accept that. But for me, it's one of the reasons, as much as I love Ollie's prices, I really don't want to go in there because it's a fucking mess. And, hold on, he's got to talk to me. Go on. Excuse me. You guys could have kept talking. He just had to talk to me.
I had to hear him. G-Rap.
I was enjoying your man to cat moment.
Mandacat. That sounds like a superhero.
I am Mandacat.
Mm-hmm. I just imagine him wearing something skin tight with a V-neck all the way down to his belly button.
Dressed like Lion-O from Thundercats.
That would be like hentai porn now if they did that.
They redid it, didn't they? They did a modern version of it, but I've never actually seen it. But someone told me it was horrendous.
I haven't seen it.
Exactly, John. John has sat in front of his computer. Apparently, he's got no business right now, or he's got an employee in there so he can goof off. But yes,
nice.
So I watched part of the first episode because I'm like, they got a new Thundercats. Let me show this to my son.
Oh, God.
And, like 20 minutes into it, I'm just like, you enjoy. I'm going to go do something else.
I will be back in one moment. I am going to my fridge where, against all odds, I have beer.
No.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
You have a loaf of giraffe.
I do. And I just got a message from the phone company going, did you know you can make calls over Wi-Fi if you don't have no cell signal? Thanks for a random message.
Well, that's why we switched to AT&T, so we have cell signal.
That's true.
I'm just saying, yeah, you know.
Got in computers for back rooms, so updating drivers no fun.
Well, you get to hang out with us while you do.
That's probably part of the no fun part.
Well, don't tell him that.
Bob.
Hey, Bob, we missed you.
That's funny. Bob says AT&T, the ring choice, because he misspelled wrong. He got wrong.
Got his ring wrong.
It is ring wrong. Which is what an Asian says when he rings the doorbell.
That's why the Chinese don't have phone books, because there's so many wings and wongs. You might ring the wrong number. Thank you. Casual racism, courtesy of Jim Davidson, racist British comedian.
Oh,
Cheers.
my goodness.
Indeed. What are you drinking? What do you got there? That's a big bottle. Is that cough syrup?
Yep.
No, this is East Coast. It's made by Green King Brewery, an outstanding brewery here in the UK, who are wonderful people to work for. It's American hops, so it's got a really nice citrusy flavor to it and a nice, almost zesty sort of limey aroma to it. But it's brewed in an English pale ale style here in the UK, in Surrey, our secondary brewery. And it's kind of, it's as you can see, it's got the USA on the logo. It's basically our company's backlash against the slightly rising popularity of American IPAs.
So does it have that same bitter aftertaste that most IPAs have?
It does to a certain extent. I mean, it's very hoppy, so it's got that kind of slightly sharp finish to it, but it's quite crisp, and it's brewed in a British pale ale style, so it's not overbearing. It's quite a nice beer. It goes down very smoothly, so the flavour is good, but it's not so strong that you couldn't drink lots of them and not be aware of it, if that makes sense. It's not an intrusive flavour per se.
Gotcha. And message for you there, Kevin. Bob says, my new girlfriend likes your yogurt meat soaking sauce. We let the steaks soak overnight. They were awesome.
Lovely. Glad to see that people are benefiting from that. Yeah,
How did you
lovely.
get your yogurt to them to soak their meat? Asking for a friend.
Is it Victoria?
Probably.
See, Bob, I thought you were married. Or are you married and just have a new girlfriend also?
Whatever. Is she real? Or is that...
Or is she Canadian?
Actually, because I just realised holding this beer in front of me, it's deceptive as to how dark it is if I actually hold that up.
Oh, I saw it when you were drinking. The light hit the bottle. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It's pretty light. So do we have any
nice.
more
It's very nice.
on the topic of quitting social media and blaming the software company for not being the same 10 years later?
Quit social... Shut the fuck up.
It's always going to be a virtually impossible thing to implement, is it?
It
At
is.
the end of the day.
It is.
For a start, how does a company decide where they draw the line as an arbiter of moral judgment?
See,
especially when you've got the problem with a lot of these massive platforms is they're not country specific. These are worldwide platforms, and the standards of moral right or wrong and the ambiguity and differentiation around the world is so diverse. It's almost impossible to get one platform where you can say this is right and this is wrong. We'll let you post this. We won't let you post that.
Here's where they.
Because in country A this is fine, and country B this is horrendously offensive.
But here's where they failed, Kevin. It wasn't in their policing of content. It was the exact opposite. They created algorithms to find controversial, inflammatory material to post to Facebook walls because they accepted money to create advertisements that incite the people, specifically political ones. This was their downfall. They helped make people angry and aggressive, and suddenly your friends who you never fucking talked politics to, bang, you're arguing about it now. And you're on the other side of the fence. And this is how they screwed themselves. They went for even Twitter. Twitter is now placing ads, sponsored posts. Instagram no longer shows you all the things as they show up, like Twitter used to. Now they show you a small percentage of the people you follow, and then if you click like on it, they show you more, and it's more of a flexible algorithm, from what I understand. But this is them being hungry for your money. Instead of just taking the money you're willing to throw at them, they're wringing that extra dime and that extra dollar.
Yeah.
I would like a boat drink. We should read some of Bob's comments here. Said, my thanks to the Brit, I scored a goal. When I asked about his marriage, he says, divorced ex, became a lesbian and moved to Rehoboth Beach a few years back. Bob, I did not know you lived in Rehoboth Beach. But congratulations on becoming a lesbian.
Well, here's the thing. There's no punctuation.
I know.
There. What?
So also, he doesn't say if the ex became a lesbian or if he divorced the ex and then he became a lesbian, which is the punctuation matters, damn it.
He's 0.4% lesbian.
I'm pretty sure he's the 99.6 or whatever percent of him is lesbian, because let's face it, he only wants to sleep with women.
No, he flirts with me pretty good. Don't get it wrong.
Yeah, I mean, come on now. See, you've been away for a while, Kevin.
He's gotten lonely without you. He had to talk to me.
Never get into a drinking competition with a lesbian, by the way, because they're outstanding at holding their liquor.
And then Bob says, Travis looks like Panama Jack, needs a boat drink in his hand. I only have a brandy and a pussy on my lap, but I will be happy.
I could see you on an old-fashioned paddle steamer, slowly sailing down the Mississippi with a card game taking place in the background.
They actually have one of those boats not far from here.
With a what in the background?
A card game.
A card game. And Bob says he missed my brick. Did you want to, in a nice low and slow, say cannoli for him?
Cannoli.
The other day I was editing my book and I realized in one of the stories I quite purposefully put a total porn paragraph. Now it's a superhero book, cyberpunk superhero, but there is one particular paragraph in one particular story that we got a new person. Artichoke me hard, daddy.
Oh my god, that's clever.
It is. That's
nice.
Good. Welcome to the show, Artichoke me hard, daddy. I don't know if I should call him Art or Daddy.
Artie.
That's right, Artie. But thanks for the follow. Appreciate that. What
do you think he's in Jerusalem? Jerusalem artichoke? Never mind, I'll go back to sleep. Carry on.
We're Americans. You're going to have to spell this shit out for us.
J-E-R. No, sorry.
Were you just spelling jerk?
God.
No, I was spelling Jerusalem.
Whatever.
I can sing it for you if you like.
You could stick it?
He can sing. Go ahead and sing.
No.
Is there a song on how to spell Jerusalem?
And we will see Jerusalem in England's green and pleasant lands.
And then it goes J-E-R, Jerusalem.
Really? Bob?
I'm going to have to... Really, Bob. That should be one of our T-shirts.
That's great.
We should just have a T-shirt, Talk of the Tavern logo T-shirt that just says, really, Bob?
Bob says, got a call from my son yesterday. He is in the Navy stationed in Denver.
No, they do have... They can be, because they have, like, Navy recruiting stations.
He is... Just... Whatever.
Nicely spoken, Artichoke.
Artie said... Oh, go ahead.
Go on, go. No, ladies first, I insist.
Already said. Did you know that Jerusalem artichoke is neither an artichoke nor is it from Jerusalem? Not no. Go ahead.
Yes,
Kevin.
and yes.
There's,
That's what I was going to say. I did indeed.
There's more there. Do you see the second statement from Artichoke Me Hard Daddy?
Fun at parties. I am
No.
the wild chicken corner who is so good. Sprouts or facts about plants. Sprouts or facts about plants. Oh,
She said
outstanding.
spouts. You added the R. You
Oh,
auto
did she?
punned.
Okay, my brain automatically inserted terrible puns.
You
That's what I
auto
do.
corrected to a pun. Well done.
Thank you. It's the way my mind works.
It's not showing up on mine.
It's not showing up on mine either, but it's showing up on my OBS window, oddly enough. So, Artie, that is, yeah. Artie says, I'm so excited I wet my plants.
Ah, nice.
You came to the right place.
That's one of the best puns I've heard tonight.
I feel like I know you.
Oh.
Do you have lots of cats and live near me? Because you remind me of somebody I know. And it's not me, because I have lots of cats. Yeah, it could be you. It's that's a great name, though.
It's not me. Well,
welcome to the show. Hopefully you'll stick around. You definitely fit in with the type of humor we have. Yeah.
And if you like this type of humor, tonight I'm doing a shout out.
I noticed. Shout on.
Tonight we do classic tabletop roleplay games, and this type of humor in our space adventure tonight.
It's Firefly meets the Three Stooges.
Is
Bob wants you to drop the flannel. Show him your nerd.
alright, hold on. Why is it not showing up on my...
I refreshed it.
Let me do that again. Oh my god, then I lose everything. Alright, you want me to take my flannel off?
Show him your nerd. And just right, whip out your nerd.
There you go. And my shirt says, talk nerdy to me.
There you go.
And there's a nerd candy on it.
Artie says, I'm from Ireland. You don't sound very Irish, so I'm going to take a wild guess that I am not your neighbor. My grandmother was born and raised there and came over as a war bride. And my mother was born...
He is Irish. He don't sound like it, though.
My mother was born...
You made him sound like a trophy, dude.
Well, that's...
Like she was beaten over the head and dragged back.
It's how it... When people are like, I'm a war bride, that's what it sounds like to me, too. That's... I get, like... So, I went and killed people, and all I got was this lousy wife. It's a war bride. But anyhow... My mother was actually born in Lancaster, England, on the way back over. So I'm not too far away from being from Ireland. I still have relatives there.
Lineage-wise, if not geographic.
Bob!
Is that a really Bob moment?
You're just supposed to grab it and hit the keyboard.
Really, Bob?
Oh, you need to put that in the book somewhere.
Really, Bob? That part? Bob, we were talking about you earlier.
Only if he sponsors you with cold hard cash, though.
He did.
20
He did
bucks.
to be.
He threw
He
20
did
bucks.
to be put in the book.
Hey, $20 is $20.
Yeah, he threw 20 bucks in bits and said, "Put me in your book." And I said, "Okay."
Sweet. Thanks, Bob.
Yeah.
You're a good egg.
Yeah, absolutely. And then
poached.
Then I told him about my children's book I want to do, Philip is Sad. You know, Philip, who has the best friend with a fro whose name is Bob?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, damn.
And then Richard is the antagonist of the story. And it's always like, don't be like Richard. Bob kind of is like our half-elf, or house elf. If house elves were a little
He's
more
more
round
of
and
our
a
house,
little less
our
hair.
tavern. No, he's more of our tavern troll.
There we go.
That's
So
a very
this is
good
a tavern.
very apt description for Bob.
Artie, Bob is horrible and inappropriate, but he's all ours and we adore the damn bastard, so we let him romp
He keeps
around.
coming around.
He's like a monkey on the shelf behind the bar. He might knock over something once in a while, but he doesn't mean to do anything bad.
He entertains us, so we allow him.
And apparently we entertain
come
him.
back.
He comes around and has a good time
Whatever.
with us on a regular basis. So here's to our Bob and our Weave and our Bob and our Neil. Our Neil.
I put too much sugar in my coffee.
I don't put any sugar, and I'm putting less creamer now too.
I've always drunk mine black, no sugar. It's like me, dark and bitter.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's our next topic?
Well, you want another topic?
Well, actually, first,
What you
are the topics for the shows put into the Google Doc so I can make the banners?
They were not.
Well, then there's that. Okay.
Next question, please. Artie, Monday nights, Eastern U.S. time, so about 1 a.m. UK time. We have 5 of us get together on here from 8 to 11. And
From different places.
yeah, Kevin is one of our regulars on Monday night. And sometimes on Monday nights he actually shows his whole face and it's just
Not from here up.
Yeah. It's
But-
awkward because I'm not complaining, but the little frames that Travis has got around us on Twitch don't gel up so neatly as when I'm working at you guys on Discord. So because I'm switching back and forth, because it's easier to see you guys on there, I forget sometimes you can only see a small portion of my camera. So essentially what a lot of people see is just my bald slap.
But even on Discord, that's all we see.
That's all we see.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, and we see it even better now that you have a new camera.
Thanks.
Andrew, do you want to read Artie's comment
Oh. Artie says, I like coffee, freeze dried, chopped in little bits, and shoved in the back of a cover.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
there? That just shows that she's Irish. If she was American,
Oh,
that
that's
coffee would be on the
fabulous.
goddamn counter instead of the back of the cupboard because an American's going to drink it every damn day.
Several times a day, thank you.
That's right. Artie, on the other hand, is like, I have coffee when I have some fucking Yank come over and I'll have tea.
Don't be doing that to the chicken thighs there, Bob.
Bob, I'm on it, mate. Clue me up, Bob. What are you looking for? Like Herbie to go with some potatoes or something, or do you want something on the spicy side? You know, clue me up and I'll fire you over a couple of sample recipes.
And Artie, just so you know, Kevin is a professional chef, or he was. Now he's manager,
Yep.
whatever. But still, he's a chef. This is why he's asked all these questions.
And anywhere from basics
That's my
to
job.
complex.
Essentially, my role on the show is cooking tips and profanity.
And he wrote a thing in a book about his spotted dick.
My famous dick, yes.
That'd be that book right there.
Which you
Steampunk
can
for Simpletons.
obtain the recipe for by buying a copy of Steampunk for Simpletons, available on Amazon. It looks like that. Well sold, Travis.
Now, if you want to see what is currently listed as a cookbook on Amazon, I can show you another book
It
that
is.
Kevin and I wrote together.
There's some cooking tips in there.
There are.
Yeah.
That book right there. Drowning Kittens for Fun and Profit, 100 of the Worst Money-Making Ideas. And coloring book.
Mm-hmm. That was my idea.
Still available on Amazon at a very competitive price.
I have brought it down from 3,000 to 30.
Ah, fair enough.
That's funny.
Ah, Bob likes it spicy. Who'd have guessed?
Spicy. Ooh, yeah.
And just for because I was going to do this earlier, and I'm like, why have I got this tab open? And it's because we were talking about Jerusalem earlier, so I'm going to throw that in the chat because why the fuck not?
He does look like a Florida dick. Private dick.
Not a public one, because I don't want to get arrested.
Have any of you guys ever read anything by Robert Rankin?
Yes, I read a book cover.
He's one of my favorite authors. I love him. And he has a recurring character in a lot of his books who is the last ever 50s noir genre detective, a guy called Laszlo Woodbine. And when you said you said that comment, all of a sudden I pictured Travis being Laszlo Woodbine, which gave me a chuckle. It'd be meaningless to anyone who's never read any of his books, but on the rare chance there's a Robert Rankin reader out there.
Well, we appreciate you sharing, especially that extended thing that you did there after we said no.
That's right, it's fine. When I asked, I didn't really care about your answer. I was like, I'm going to talk about this anyway.
Really? Oh, are you that fucking Americanized now? Did we do that to you?
I'm in an ebullient and brash and ranty kind of frame of mind at the moment. I'm just going to talk all over you.
Well, I got another rant for you. By the way, Artie says my favorite spice is flour. I didn't know that was one of the Spice Girls. Flour spice. So anyhow,
she was the counterpart to Scary. She was the opposite end of the color spectrum.
They couldn't just call her Cracker Spice, huh?
No, because that's offensive to saltine Americans. Thank you.
Much harder to market to 12-year-old girls, which was essentially their audience, and to 35-year-old women, which is their audience now.
I was going to say 35-year-old men.
45-year-old men. Bob, how old are you? Anyhow.
0.04 years old.
So are we ready for the next rant?
Sure.
Rant topic. Kevin, you ready?
I'm always ready, mate. I was born ready.
Excellent. I'm driving... Yes, I have many good detective stories, Bob. Go down below to where my book list is below and click on the Croker Norge case files. All detective stories. Victoria Spice is Cracker Spice, thin, white, and salty. Like my grandmother, who was from Ireland, by the way.
She's your grandmother? Wow.
No, I'm going with Victoria Spice. It's much more interesting than Victoria Beckham. Okay, so I'm driving down the road, and I'm listening to Pandora, and an advertisement comes on. Are you overweight? Are you unhappy with how big you are? Then the commercial says, though there might not be a miracle cure for weight. And that's where I've checked out of the commercial every time I hear it. A miracle cure for being overweight. Like it's a disease. Like you didn't pick up a sandwich. And this is saying as a chubby guy. I'm in a glass house here and I'm throwing some fucking stones. So what do you guys think? How long before they come up with a miracle cure for being a fat ass?
Well, they have surgeries for it.
That's true, they do.
They have the quick fix. I don't think there's going to be a miracle thing.
I think, to be honest, in society, you're going to see more of this. It's not just going to be fat. It's going to be other stuff as well. Human beings have always wanted the ability to tailor themselves. We've seen it with the threat of genetically modified children, with certain traits being pre-selected. We've all seen the sci-fi movies, but the thing is, technology's advanced to the point where this shit could genuinely happen. Mm-hmm. You might be able to go, do you know what, I'm in future years, another version of me in an alternate place might be able to go, do you know what, I hate being 6'8". I'm tired of smacking my fucking head on the top of door frames. I'm tired of people taking the piss and asking me if the air is thin up here. I want to be 5'10", and I can just go in and have a chunk taken out my spine or some kind of shit like that and have my height reduced. I think we're going to move towards the kind of society where people will be able to or want to tailor themselves.
Then you could donate it to someone who's not happy with being short.
We could get together and work out a trade, Kevin.
I'd start drawing up a list now, because I know a whole bunch of motherfuckers who are pretty spineless, so they can have a peace of mind. It's no problem.
I withdraw my offer.
Nice one, Artie.
Yeah. Artie says, are you overweight? Are you unhappy with your weight? Try Patty LaBelle, sweet potato pie, and eat your feelings.
Actually, I like sweet potato pie. It's kind of my favorite. I like it better than pumpkin. Now I want pie. I have the stuff to make lemon.
You do.
Which I might do this weekend. I've just been lazy.
There's Kennedy.
It's just a little bit shorter. Kennedy.
Yeah, I've never worried about being too tall, but I'm not necessarily a tall fella, so I wouldn't mind an extra inch or two. That's what she said. Thank you very much. But with the commercial, what I'm actually looking at is, as opposed to altering ourselves, I'm agog at the fact that they call being overweight something that you need a cure for? And are we tearing away our own self-responsibility and self-respect by turning everything into a disease that you can't control as opposed to a situation that you built up on?
They say alcoholism is a disease and you can't control it. And
Andrea, you and Artie have a few things in common. You might want to check out her comment about pie.
I just like the texture of pumpkin pie. I made a baked pumpkin cheesecake with homemade cranberry jam last year, and it was much more. Yeah, I have a thing about textures too. But I feel like sweet potato pie is a little firmer than pumpkin pie. All depends on how it's made. I really want. And cheesecake.
Bob is an alcoholic, 3 years free. How'd you get 3 years of free alcohol? The hell? I want that. So, Kevin, what's your thoughts?
On what? Sorry, on the... Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm hunting for chicken thigh recipes for Bob.
I make casseroles, chicken thighs.
See, I like chicken rengo, but Bob's looking for something spicy, so I'm just going through one of my favourite recipe sites I like using, looking for something suitable for him.
Oh my goodness.
Bob needs a shot. Is that to the head?
Could be.
I have the cat laying on his side, purring and massaging my arm with his claws as I scratch his belly.
I like jambalaya with the sausages, the spicy sausages, and I'm really hungry now.
Should I thaw up some chicken for you?
Chicken thighs, if I'm doing something spicy and hot, I like using honey with it as well. Not just partly because you get that lovely flavour combination that's almost like a fiery version of sweet and sour, where you've got the sweetness of the honey against the heat of the whatever spice you're using. But also because it's a great way of coating the spices onto the chicken.
I like what you're saying there, because, see, I like spicy things, but American spicy quite often boils down to let's add peppers to vinegar and call it a seasoning.
No,
it's now you have this bitter.
I mean, there's all kinds of spices. I like, even when I'm doing something that's, for example, more like a Latin American or Mexican kind of spice, where you're going for a strong chili presence, I still like to throw in a little pinch of Indian spices.
Right.
A little bit of saffron, maybe some cumin. Cumin's a nice way of adding heat, but with flavor as well. Whereas the more chili you pile into a dish, essentially all you're doing is just ramping up the burn factor.
Right.
You get to a point where you can't taste chili anymore. With cumin, you get heat and flavor in equal measure. So a little pinch of that mixed with some chili, some black pepper, that's a much nicer mix. Get it out with the sweetness of the honey. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting hungry now.
That sounds great. Yeah, see, and Artie says just add flour, spices up any dish. I really want some Indian food now. Oh my God.
Right. Flour's vital, because you want to flour your thighs up first.
I need somebody around who wants garam masala, and I need to remake my own garam masala blend with no
Not the crap
cinnamon.
you buy from the store.
With cinnamon, because Andrea doesn't like the cinnamon garam masala, but I find garam masala a great Indian all-around spice that I can season most things with and be happy.
The best way to use garam masala is not as an initial spice. I don't use garam masala when I'm starting any dish that I use it in. It's a finisher. It's like adding a pinch of salt at the end to tweak the seasoning. That's the way you should use garam masala. Get your dish almost finished, and then a little at a time, add some garam masala to it. Keep tasting until you get that right blend of flavor that you're looking for. And in between each add, you got to give it a minute or two, because it takes a while for it to cook out into whatever you're adding it to. So add a pinch, stir it in and simmer it for a couple of minutes. Then try the taste and keep adding a little at a time and use it more like a finishing seasoning than an initial spice in the dish.
Well, what I've found is when you're buying somebody else's prepackaged garam masala, there's a wide variety of flavor difference from different companies.
True as well, yeah. I mean, you kind of got to shop around for a bit. Essentially, what garam masala translates as is spice.
I'm sorry, Kevin.
So it could have...
let me interrupt here because I have to read some of these comments. Artie said, I find that people don't differentiate between aromatic spices and spices that are purely add heat. Absolutely. I think we all agree with that. Then it gets good. Kennedy says, Indian food? Come by my office. Bob says, had Indian food yesterday. Pale-faced sandwich was good. And then Artie says, pale-faced sandwich was my nickname in college. I just imagine... like you know, the scream with like... A white chick with that look and just a penis on either side of her face. Pale face sandwich.
You know, some of the best...
That's a Rule 34 moment right there. Welcome to the show, Artie, by the way.
You did well.
You're
so
home.
far.
Yeah. You're holding your own. So's Bob.
Kennedy, they have Indian food there. See, the best... We don't have really any Indian food places around here. There's a good Thai place like an hour and a half away, but the one by Kevin's house, they deliver.
And they were a crap one.
The thing about Indian food, with the exception of that little restaurant near me, which are kind of a cut above the pale, but British people have this tradition of loving Indian food, but very few of them have ever actually tasted proper Indian food. What you're getting is British Indian takeaway food, which is not a true representation of how Indians cook using those same spices. A lot of the things that British don't like, or very few people like, about curry houses, like, for example, the incredibly sharp bitterness of lime pickle. Those are to complement wonderfully yogurty, herby flavors, intense heat, deep spice mixes. It's a smorgasbord proper Indian cookery where you're literally almost along an Oriental style. You're preparing lots of smaller dishes and taking a little of this and a little of this, and together with a bit of that, they create different flavor fusions in your mouth. So it's not all about just cooking one pot of food, which is what a lot of British takeaway food is. You get chicken jalfrezi, chicken whatever, dansak, whatever your particular preference is, and it's just one dish. You're not getting that full experience with the Indians experience when they dine at home, which is to prepare a lot of these small dishes, a lot of sides, a lot of fresh, in unique.
Yeah, I went on a trip when I was in school, like middle school or something, and we visited.
And guys, hold on one second. Discord is doing something, so if we have a bit of a fluctuation, bear with us. Okay, go on, Andrea. Sorry to interrupt.
We visited a home of an Indian family, and we got to experience food, which there were a bunch of rules on how you eat it, but there was different little things everywhere. Oh my God, that was great. It was just great.
Where I learned to cook Indian food from is working at DMV. We had a lot of Indian employees, women in particular. And yeah, I would just ask them for different recipes. Just like when I worked at the Mexican restaurant, I would ask for the wives for their different recipes. And it's already, I'm that level of pale also. I'm not saying I am more pale than you. This is not a contest, but yeah.
He's very tan right now.
Oh, it's hilarious. I'll go outside. I'm like, hey, I've been outside mowing the lawn. I've been the summer 4 weeks in. I am so tan. And we'll put me next to somebody who's normal color, and I'm still pale.
But then you see where the shirt had covered, and you're like, oh, yep, you're tan. Sorry, Kevin.
No, it's fine. I was just going to say, the more I read of Artie's comments, the more I think that she'd go on really well with Sarah, who was on with me on Christmas Day.
Uh-huh.
I follow her on Instagram. She's doing the toilet selfies again.
Oh yeah, on a regular basis. Have you seen the new tat?
Which one? I know she's got.
The one on her right thigh. She had one done at the Pompeii Tattoo Convention recently, and they took best with the best female small piece and best in show.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's phenomenal, yeah. Local guy here on the island, Alexander Kuzmin, he's phenomenally talented.
Artie's clever. Artie, I hope you come back and hang out. Artie said, you learned how to cook at the DMV? Is that why the queues are so long? Because you're all just exchanging recipes out back?
With a face like mine, all of my selfies are toilet selfies. I'm sure that's not true. If you want to see what we're talking about, because I know Sarah, my friend, loves being stalked by weird people. If you use Instagram at all, her username is Alderaan Places, as in Alderaan from Star Wars. As in the old pun, looking for love in Alderaan Places.
Bob, we don't want to know about your crotch pot cooking. No.
Crotch pot?
Between his legs.
I bet it's steamy in there, Bob.
No.
Well, it's only steamy thanks to your recipe, Kevin.
Oh god, we only have a half hour left.
Really? Wow.
We can go longer if you guys want.
Yeah, I mean, it's like proper early for me for a change. It's nice to be doing the show and it not be like, oh, hey, it's 4 a.m. Here I am.
And I don't have my stream until 8 o'clock, so 8 o'clock Eastern.
Go back and find the other two I found a minute ago. Bob, there's links coming up. Pay attention to the chat box. I'm just going to keep dropping them in.
Well, we can stay on longer, but I will be back. I gotta get some tea.
I'm still with you. If you talk to me, I'm just not watching you at the moment because I'm looking at spice.
Without moving your head at all, can you glance up? Don't move. Can you glance up at Discord and see how you look?
Oh yeah, it's like the top half of my head. How's that?
Oh, no,
the trouble is, as you've noticed when you've been here, that where I'm currently positioned until I get my cabling sorted out, my laptop's supported on quite a low table.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm constantly looking down at it like this.
I know.
Yeah.
But I will still harass you, sir.
Oh yeah, do it.
Artie says Hot and Spicy Chicken Thighs is my favorite adult movie.
Well, mine is the one I'm looking at now, which is Spicy, Sweet and Sticky.
Oh, wow.
In fact,
Is that an Asian one?
Kind of, yeah. It's Asian, but it's using a reliance on chili as well, which is used less in Asian cookery than you'd think. But,
and I do have another topic we can discuss once Andrea returns, if we don't wander off on other stuff.
Yeah, well, that'd be totally unlike a Talk of the Tavern style thing, wouldn't it? To wander off on a tangent. Sorry, I can't even keep it straight.
No, it's okay. I'm gonna pull up these recipes you're sharing because I'm curious.
I'm going to throw one in for chicken merengue as well, which is one of my favourite ways of using chicken thighs. It's not as spicy like you're looking for, Bob, but it's a really nice dish if you get it right.
I thought that was a dance. Would you say the chicken merengue?
The merengue? No, you're thinking of the merengue.
Oh, well, that's not very PC of you to call it gay.
Sorry. It should be the merengue gender fluid.
Apparently, by the way, the term,
told me.
just so everybody knows out there, to be PC, and by the way, we don't care who you are and what you're, just be yourself, have a good time, but we're still going to make fun of that shit. So,
there you go, Bob.
Apparently gender fluid is not a drinking joke, just so you know. Oh wow, that looks good. No,
Which one do you want?
I just started on chicken merengue. Now I'm looking over. I'm checking out your spicy, sweet, sticky.
Yeah, chicken merengue is a great dish. It's not that complicated to do either. It's one of the easier ones. You know, there's not a lot of in there. You get a nice little bit of sharpness from that little bit of olives in there. It's definitely more a middle southern European kind of flavor. You're looking around the Mediterranean area more for the influence from merengue, but.
No, I'm watching the video.
And to be honest, Bobby, with the Marengo, you can always spice it up a bit yourself, depending on how you like it. To be honest with the ingredients there, the black olives and stuff, I would go with green chilies rather than red. So you're going to get a slightly hotter feel, but you're also going to get a mellower flavor. It's not going to overpower the rest of the ingredients. So you could always spice that up yourself by just frying a few fresh chilies and chopping them in.
Well, I can't do this one. It has coconut.
Okay.
Andrea doesn't like coconut.
But you can always substitute.
I could just leave it out too.
Yeah.
But this one doesn't actually look all that good.
Be careful with the recipe though as well. I mean, if you're using fresh coconut, it's one thing. If it calls for you to use desiccated coconut, bear in mind if you don't include that ingredient, you need to add something that's going to add a little bit of thickness. Otherwise, you're going to end up with a more watery version of the sauce because a desiccated coconut will soak up liquid.
Oh man, no! The spicy, sweet, sticky thighs. That's going to happen. Hold on, I gotta go check the ingredient list here.
It's going to happen if you keep reading that recipe like that.
Some of us love food, others of us love food. So, you know what? All the fucking ads. So for the spice rub, chili powder, paprika, cumin, garlic powder. Okay, all those are in the cabinet. Honey, got that. Apple cider vinegar, got that. Cold pressed chicken thighs.
Do it, Bob. Give her a bit of your Marengo, see what she says. And if you're used to eating a lot of spicy stuff, it's nice to go a different route with something like that as well.
Okay, the Marengo, the Marengo looks good, but she can't eat mushrooms because she's allergic. And
okay, well, I mean that's fine. I mean, you can always substitute with something else,
No,
that's
absolutely.
one of the recipes where you can be a bit more adaptable with the Marengo.
And I hate olives. But honestly, looking at the recipe, if you remove the mushrooms and the olives, you're not losing anything except that one bit of flavor.
Now, see, the olive, I disagree with a bit more on. And if you're really not keen on olive, probably don't go with it. Or make a version of it, but it's not going to be Marengo, because with Marengo, it's that little bit of sharpness that you get from the olive that creates the overall flavor.
But they're black olives. Black olives aren't sharp. Oh, and while you're...
Artie, yes, you can. Yeah, to be honest, you said, can you replace desiccated coconut with any other ground nut or maybe almond? Yeah, you can use anything you like, to be honest. The principle you're bearing in mind is not so much the flavor, that's down to how you want to create the dish. The issue is with desiccated coconut, because it's desiccated and it's had all the fluid removed from it, when you add it to any saucy dish, it's going to suck up some of that sauce, so it's going to have like a thickening effect. So if you remove that, you want to replace it with something else. So ground nut or anything else like that, it's a dried product that's going to absorb liquid when you put it into the dish. Yes, you can use that.
Kevin, if I was going to try this Marengo with the olives, all I would want is other people there that I know would eat it if I don't like it. I wouldn't mind trying it, but I don't want to make a recipe
you can
full.
Always, you could try the recipe, but use less olive than it suggests.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're still going to then get the end effect of having the olive as an ingredient in the dish, and to balance in with the other ingredients. And if you don't like it, you don't necessarily have to go the full concentration it lists. It's just if you've got no olive in there at all, that missing that key component from the flavor of it changes the whole flavor of the dish.
And work with me on this one. I don't hate it, but that being said, the hint of that flavor across a dish ruins the dish for me. I just no longer enjoy it. It's no longer like, this is black olives.
I like black olives on pizza.
I don't. Well, that's a good plan, Artie. That goes along with your coffee. Artie says black olives can be sharp, just hide razor blades in them. Kevin posted 3 recipes, and I think there's one of them straight up just like it is we're going to try. But The others are going to need a few modifications, like removal of mushrooms or coconut oil or coconut aminos. I'm not sure if those would influence, because I know you don't like the taste of coconut. And you're muted if you're going to talk.
Why is the beer always gone?
I've got beer in there. So Kevin,
all right, rub it in. Chuck us one over.
I'll take care of that for you. I'm guessing you will not be joining us
Monday?
Well,
on
ask me at about 5 p.m. my time on Monday.
The Star Wars game Wednesday nights from here on out. Did you hear me?
At Star Wars game, what? Sorry.
It's okay. You're sleepy.
No, it's not that. No, you cut out briefly for me. Did you Star Wars and then something?
Well, I paused because you guys started talking about Monday, but I wasn't talking about Monday at all. I was talking about the Star Wars games every week from here on out on Wednesday nights.
What about them? Am I going to be in for that?
You might have been sleepy when you offered. You showed interest in playing.
No. I am kind of interested in playing, and I did download the PDF of the rulebook, and I did give it a read through, but at the moment, for the next few weeks, certainly I can't commit to it.
Well, here's what I'm telling you.
Simply.
Let me pull up the calendar real quick. I'm doing these in seasons: winter, spring, summer, fall. The fall season, so you get 12 episodes or 12 games in a season.
Mm-hmm.
The fall season for that game will start new on September 26th.
Right, okay. By then, I may well be more settled down. So yeah, we'll talk about that, because if I can get in on that, I'd quite like to do that. And I also might, by that point, with my boss in and fully trained, be able to negotiate regular days off.
Now, would you prefer that, or would you prefer the steampunk monster hunting game, which is a little more serious and a little more meaty?
No, I would be happy with the Star Wars one.
Okay.
But don't let that influence what game you want to play just on my account.
No. We play one on Tuesday, one on Wednesday, and then the superheroes on Thursday.
Okay.
Now, here's also the beauty. If you go, Travis, I can't play year-round because summers get crazy. I go, okay, Kevin, when can you play to? You're like, well, till March when we start picking up again. Well, then we keep you on for 2 seasons, kick your ass to the curb, and bring you back in 6 months later. Because we have complete story arcs where game ends. So Artie is, okay, we covered the razor blades. Remember, kids, murder is only illegal if you get caught. Well, murder is technically only murder if you get caught. Otherwise, it's just called a fun time.
Technically, it is still illegal. It's just you haven't been caught for it.
And a little more meaty is how my ex described me. Thanks to my cooking, Andrea now describes herself that way.
I don't mind women a little bit more meaty. You know what they say, the bigger the cushion, the better the pushing.
I have gained 25 pounds since we moved in together.
You're welcome.
Go you.
Now, the only time I have a complaint with that is if she's like, I'm uncomfortable because of my weight. Then I'm like, yep, put down
No,
the
it's because none of my
sandwich.
clothes fit. I have to wear a bra now. I have boobs now. Ugh.
Yeah, she was a B cup and she's a C now because she's put on weight. And
my wife gained 15 stone of excess fat around 2010 when she married me.
yeah, I was about to say 15 times 12 or 13, isn't? I'm doing the math. Like, your wife gained 200 some odd pounds?
Yeah.
Artie says more cushion for the pushing. I'm a whole sofa.
With a spacious cup holder.
Don't put your cup there. There's got to be a porn of that. But anyhow, yeah, I will.
Doubt it. You see that there was an amazing entrepreneurial pair of women in this country who, following the infamous internet video, opened up a shop in their local town making homemade cake displays, and it was called 2 Girls, 1 Cupcake. Back scratcher.
Mm-hmm. And Bob is talking to Andrea. I'm going to let Andrea.
Oh no, I'm eating crackers.
I'll be right in.
Now I'm wearing a sports bra and it's like smushing everything down. Are you sporty, Bob?
He sounds it, doesn't he?
Because you have to be sporty.
Well, he's definitely a
Be my
big
bra.
supporter.
And frankly, if Bob is excited by Andrea's boobs, remind me never to allow him to meet my wife, ever.
Mm-mm. He'd just have a heart attack and die.
3 minutes later, Bob, laying on his back, is explaining to M how, in his country, motorboating is a form of greeting.
There's a brilliant line that I love. British comedy show Mock the Week have a round at the end, like a quick fire round. It's called Scenes We'd Like to See, where they put a topic up on the screen and they just have to step forward and give humorous examples of it. And one night it was unlikely things to hear at a surgical procedure. And the comedian in question said, right, so the last thing before the procedure, we just need to numb your breasts. Num, 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 num.
See, Kevin, if you were a regular on the weekday shows, we could set up a segment like that. That could be like hour 2. Bob again is lacking punctuation. Can be I great hands. He's turned into a caveman. Lana Zug Zug. Side boob
Girls
is
that
awesome.
show side boob is hot. Okay.
Actually,
so not the guys.
He literally typed, girls who showed side boob is the so hot. But yes, I totally agree.
He's only typing with one hand.
If my wife turns sideways, she can conceal a small kindergarten class.
She could do what to a small kindergarten class?
Conceal them.
Conceal.
I don't even want to know what you thought I said.
I totally missed the word conceal, and I'm just like, what word would fit in there? Feed, shade. I just
Knock
wasn't
out.
sure. Like bowling pins. Blah, blah, blah.
10-child bowling. This could be a new fad.
Or a cultural thing that we can later appropriate from someone else.
I got a lot of friends with small children. I can think of at least 10 kids off the top of my head right now that I could quite happily stand up and then throw a large heavy ball at.
I have a question. Asking for a friend, we'll just put that right up front instead of waiting until the end to add that one. So, this comes from Artie's thing, more cushion for the pushing, I'm a whole sofa. You ever known anyone who took a towel or something soft and put it in the crack of the sofa and then got hard and basically masturbated by fucking their soda between... Sofa, not soda. Sofa between the cushions?
Not personally. But, I mean... Maybe it's because I'm British. I don't know if it's an American thing, but I don't spend an awful lot of time discussing the personal choice of masturbatory techniques with my friends.
Some people really love their furniture.
I'm British, so I just accept that they're all a bunch of wankers anyway.
This has really brought up conversation amongst our chatters here. As Green Goblin, who's on tonight on the Star Wars game, Steven says, a foo-foo. That would be a foo-foo instead of a sofa. It'd be a foo-foo. Bob is looking for clean socks for the other. And then Artie says, I mean, you could just crack the sock and use it again. Bob thinks couch fucking is weird and freaky. Bob thinks couch fucking is weird and freaky. I'm not sure if you heard me.
Bob.
Wow.
And Artie says, you're just describing how I had sex with my ex. Artie, I thought you said you were the girl in the corner. Did you used to...
Are you the couch?
Oh no!
The couch in the corner.
I'm guessing that she put her ex under the couch cushion, so just Dinkle sticks up and she hops on. She can watch TV, etc.
Don't say Dinkle.
There we go.
Bob, You're a poor dog.
What did I miss? Oh, okay.
Come on, they eat cat poop like your dog is going to care if it tosses your salad. It's going to be like, thank you, may I have another?
Oh my god.
No peanut butter needed this time. Oh, wait. That was peanut butter, wasn't it? As opposed to butt or peener. Butt, not peen. Butt, peen.
Truffle butter. Go to the Google. You're welcome.
Don't do it.
That's right. Wash your lettuce. Nobody wants to toss a dirty salad. Dog gets his protein. There's not a lot of protein in poop from what I hear. Speaking for a friend. Kevin, you're our rock.
Travis.
Because you're like... Kennedy, humor 101. If you have to explain it once, it's already not funny. If you have to put it up there twice, you're back to the class there. Stop. They all can read it. The whole chunks thing. You guys know that joke, right?
Sloth loves chunk.
That's right.
Baby Ruth.
That's right. Sloth blew chunks too. And then he did the truffle butter shuffle. So, does anybody else like cats? Don't lick Chunk in the Goonie. I'm not even sure where the fuck a Goonie would be.
I imagine it would be like a semi abbreviation of the gooch.
Artie, you wound me.
It's like the front. It's the front half of your gooch. It's your gooch near your ghoulies.
And we go to the movies in Goochland.
You know, I've commented on this before. Every time you mention Goochland Drive-In,
I almost wore that shirt today.
Yeah. Artie, you're probably not far off.
Oh, I can't wait to cook for you when you visit now, Kevin.
But without black olives.
No, but there might be corn or peanuts, okay? Just saying.
Corn or penis?
Cornish penis? I guess that's...
Cornish pasty?
Cornish cock, is that the opposite of a Cornish hen?
Like Chinese whispers, the top of the Tavern version.
Chinese whispers, isn't that a song from the 80s?
No, that was Careless Sister.
Careless Sister?
Whatever.
I thought that was the one who did We're Just Not Gonna Take It.
No, that was Twisted Sister.
Twisted Sister?
No, Corn, Transistor.
Oh.
All I know is I'm making dinner.
That's
Wow.
exactly what Paula Dean said to me right before we had sex. And she was right. It was exactly like that. Can you guys see this over here?
You drinking?
No, the cats.
I don't know where Fred is tonight. He's out killing something.
Oh.
Fred is great.
Murder in
He's
Ireland
probably
unless
sleeping
he
on the
gets
roof.
Fred's become a little bit more feral recently. He's spending less time in the house and more time killing things and leaving them near the back door. It's season here. There's all kinds of rodents because the church. You guys have been here. You know the layout where I live. You know the churchyard over the back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
There's all kinds of mice and stuff and other rodents because it's that time of year at the end of the summer, all over the place over there. So Fred's basically decamped to the back garden or the roof of the shed where he lays in wait for potential prey.
He's so funny.
Occasionally deems to come into the house and remember there are humans who provide alternative sources of food for him.
Okay.
Well,
so,
you usually have like rats or chicken in your fridge anyway.
And
that's true.
Lucifer shed today.
Oh.
Shed or shit?
Shed.
Okay.
No, if he'd shit, I wouldn't be celebrating it. You have no idea. People who own dogs think they suffer. Dear God, if you've ever smelled a Burmese pipe and take a shit,
Bob,
it's horrendous.
Let me answer Bob's question. Okay, you're talking about in the chat, Bob. Is that correct? Where you have like the one... If you mouse over them, it'll tell you. The Talk of the Tavern symbol that you see says you're a subscriber. The number 1 means you're the top bits flinger. The purple diamond means somebody has cheered up to 100 bits, but no more. The green sword means moderator. Let me do this real quick here.
Oh, I need to make the emote things for my subscribers. So when they subscribe, they get it.
Well, you got to get your logo first. Okay, you see where I just posted? The blue one, and mouse over it'll tell you. So, you know, you can see I'm a broadcaster. I'm a long-term subscriber to my own channel, Twitch Prime, etc. So. How come I don't hear your cock? That's very true, Artie.
That's why I put wrong channel. I couldn't hear my cock.
Oh.
Yeah, they keep fixing things and.
What are you doing over there? It's like all slobbery and stuff.
The cat.
Mm-hmm.
They're funny.
I'm going to try, next time we do this, it's just a genius idea. I'm going to try and raise the level of my laptop. I was thinking earlier, how can I do it? I'm going to prop it up on my copy of Larousse Gastronomique.
You could do
about
that.
6 inches thick.
Something else you could do, buy a wireless keyboard and mouse and then leave your computer exactly where it is and sit back.
This is true.
You can get them for like $25. And thanks for the
buy
bits, Bob.
I just buy a luggage strap from Halfords and just strap the laptop to my forehead.
Here up.
It already looks like you do that, and you don't need to actually do it.
Or I could just do the world a favour and continue to keep as much of my face as possible off camera during the show.
Then what am I going to masturbate to, and what is Bob going to masturbate to?
Well, this is true. Recipes.
What am I going to sell for
food
ad
porn
space
instead.
to our sponsors?
Surely, just ad space.
Exactly.
Oh my goodness.
That's all right. I knew from an early age I would inherit my father's receding hairline. That's why I've treated him with a mark of casual contempt ever since.
Huh. Interesting.
What? That or ain't no thing.
That. New uses for peanut butter. See, I can't even. Weren't we supposed to have? We were supposed to have Bob on the show one time when we went to Ed's. He was supposed to join us for the whiskey thing or something, right?
Yeah, he was supposed to go over ads. That's okay. Whatever, Bob.
Get part of his new
Bob,
girlfriend.
if you, Bob, what you can do is if you slice some chicken breast into very thin strips, and then put it in a saucepan, and add just enough single cream to just cover it. Bring it up to the boil, but don't continue to boil it. Just simmer it, otherwise it will boil over your pan. When your chicken's cooked through in the cream, add some peanut butter and use it as a thickener to the sauce. Make peanut chicken, sprinkle a bit of fresh parsley over the top, serve it over the top of rice. There you go. An alternative use for peanut butter. Carry on. Smacks another one out of the park.
Peanut butter cookies.
You ever play cricket?
Smear it on the back of the urinals in the gents' toilets at the back in nightclubs and bars so that posh yuppie bastards can't snort coke in the toilets.
Ew.
Yeah, it's an alternative use for peanut butter.
Wait a minute. Why would you spread it in the urinals so they can't do coke?
Well, yeah, urinals on the cisterns, whatever, just all of it. You have the world's first pub where the entire walls and floor and contents of your gents' toilet is completely covered in peanut butter. Use
So
it
it
as a
smells
marketing
like
point.
pea and peanuts. Ew.
Penis and peanuts.
Ugh.
I'm so confused. Dip Oreos.
Good
into
afternoon,
jar-
sir, and welcome to the Cock and Nuts. What can I pour you?
Well, it's not called the Cock and Crazy. We used to call it Cock and Nuts, but people took it wrong.
I've been destroyed in terms of number one by Artie's suggestion for peanut butter. Dip Oreos in a jar of peanut butter and pretend you aren't crying. That's what I do.
Does that work if I'm in prison asking for a friend?
Be very careful how you use the word Oreo in prison.
That's what I'm talking about.
You.
Too subtle?
Maybe.
Okay, so I've got one last topic to throw at you guys. Are we going past 6 then? Are we rolling a little past it?
I could roll a few minutes past. Going back to the top of when I came in tonight, I do need to go and get some sleep in a bit because I'm fucked. I can go a few more minutes.
Do you have to be there at 7 tomorrow?
No, I'm not working tomorrow, but I'm fucked. I need to sleep.
Beautiful. You can join us tomorrow afternoon too if you want. You let us know.
Who wants to go to bed so he can get fucked?
Hell yeah. Who doesn't?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Andrea. Go ahead and take that one. Now, before Andrea reads, hold on. Before Kevin or Andrea reads this off, I do want to remind everybody you can invite your friends by clicking the share button below. If you want to keep up with us, make sure you get the notification so you know we're on air, or follow the Discord channel. The link is below in the links below. You can also sign up for the newsletter, which I send out once a week at the most. Supporting us by way of bits, subscribing, purchasing merchandise, donations, Patreon, etc. That's great. You could even subscribe for free with Amazon Prime. Now, the important thing here is we're also available on Google Play, iTunes, iHeartRadio, YouTube, Spreaker, Stitcher, and more. So for those of you who aren't here with us live and in person on twitch.tv/talkofthetavern right now, Kevin's going to read the comment so you can follow along with this. Go ahead.
Comment? Is this Artie's comment?
Yes.
Okay, shall I do it in the Victoria voice?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
They call me Oreo because I am cream-filled, and if I'm lucky, I am double-stuffed. Nice.
I've heard of stuffed artichokes, though.
I'm going to have to sit a bit further away from my keyboard now.
20 inches is 20 inches.
Oh my god.
Bob, do I smoke fags in bed? It depends on what they pay.
Wow.
Double taps to the head, if you know what I mean, and I think you do.
I can't jerk off on camera, sorry.
I can jerk off on anything. I'm not fussy.
There you go. Well done there, Artie. Well, that just
to be honest, at my age, it's more like a puff of talcum powder anyway.
I hate when my penis makes this noise. Yeah, for all those that are following this afterwards, Artie that just added in.
Please.
Well, that just activated my sticky keys. Go ahead, Kev.
Artie, please come back and join the show more often. You're great fun to have around.
Yeah. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're on here your time, 8 to 11. And then we jump over to Andrea's channel at 1 a.m. your time for another 2 to 3 hours of tabletop role-playing. So, Andrea, did you do a shout-out for yourself recently?
I don't. I'll do it up.
Let's see here, yeah. Anybody who is following along...
Bob's off to the store to get some things for his Marengo. Just make sure you get them in small size.
Bye,
okay?
Bob.
Well, Bob, feel free to turn us on the phone on the drive. We'll be here. And for anybody who's listening...
You can turn me on your phone anytime you like, Bob.
For anybody who's listening who is unable to comment, do keep in mind you have to follow the channel as well as confirm your email from Twitch. before you can comment on Talk of the Tavern.
Follow. The buttons are down there below the enormous fingers.
Did they move them down?
Follows up here.
Let's follow up. It's up. It's up there.
I tried tabletop roleplay once, got a fork stuck in my arse cheek. I'm no longer allowed in the restaurant anymore.
That's okay, you're welcome at the tavern.
I just imagine that tabletop roleplay. I'm a meatloaf. Fuck me. Fork me. I'm sorry, fork. I meant to say fork me. Yeah. My
Moist.
bad.